How are y'all dickheads doing? It is I, once again, Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. I didn't even change my category today. Oh boy. But we're gonna make a leather passport holder for my girlfriend, based on, I guess, months of research, development, and refinement. So that's fun. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, come over to twitch.tv/record. Link in the description, where you catch me streaming video games, Leathercraft, and other assorted nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. But with that out of the way, alright, leather passport holder. Update the category. Update the category again, because I am a colossal fudge up. Screw you, Stream Elements. You can't tell me what I'm doing. Alright, what are you doing tomorrow? Problems. What do you mean problems? Do you have problems? Do you have a problem? Kidding. I pre-cut most of everything, and I thought I finished all the edges. Turns out, as I'm like looking at it, I did not do this edge, so we're gonna do that edge real quick. It's a very simple passport holder. We're gonna make 2 pockets here, 1 big pocket there, 1 big pocket there where we put the passport in. And I haven't clipped this yet because we're actually gonna glue this all together. Then I'm gonna clip it after I find out just how long this needs to be. After I found out how long this needs to be, I have to have everything on screen. So that this can reach the buttonhole that we're gonna put on the back side of this, which I have conveniently marked but not actually installed yet. Emergency root canal. Jesus Christ. That is the worst thing that I've heard anyone say in a very long time. Shabbat, you can't be done streaming. You're supposed to still be doing Yakuza 5. I mean, not 5. 3. Supposed to be doing Yakuza 3. Welcome aboard, everybody. I'm Dick Record, also known as Dick Record. I am a harried mess. But Shabazz, how was your stream? Oh no, you can't call it that, Gribby. That's not nice. That's not nice. Shabazz is one of the sweetest people I fucking know. How you doing, Gribs? Welcome aboard, Feels. I'm making a passport holder. Well, you want to be on the stream? Oh, who's your baby? She wants to stream too. She's like, I stream. This is Summer show now. Yeah? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna stream, Summer? She's like, I don't know. Oh god, that's been acting up again? Hey, have you been keeping up with the physical therapy? Let me move my microphone out of the way so that the cat doesn't get any ideas about it. She usually just nuzzles it, but you know, like, there's wires, and when she sees wires, she wants to chew wires. I know, what's the matter? I'm trying to do a thing, Furball. You gonna let me do the thing? She's like, fine. She's just taking a seat in my lap now. Alright. You gonna be a good girl? You have such pretty soft fur. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's a shame you're such a pain in the butt. Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be real careful, because, like, you can't really push it now. You know what I mean? If anyone, like, ever asks you, like, hey, we need you to do, like, very heavy lifting, you have to kind of, like, be like, listen, I injured this, right? And I cannot do super heavy lifting, especially for prolonged periods of time. But, like, realistically, you got to be careful. You know, you got to warn them and be like, listen, because then, like, it's sort of like also lets them know, like, if I get hurt, I am 100% bringing you a lawsuit. My insurance is actually probably gonna do it. Actually, you know, because people do not want to get sued, especially not by massive insurance companies. You know what I mean? So they'll likely kind of back away from it if they're made aware of it. Usually telling someone is enough, simply because, like, you know, if they have any empathy for their fellow human being, they'll be like, yeah, all right, I see, I gotcha. No, maybe you shouldn't. You know what I mean? What's the matter, Summer? She's like squirming. You okay? Just trying to get comfortable in my lap? I think she is. But real talk, the concern now is like, does it feel like you've re-agitated the existing injury, or does it feel like it's something that can heal back to where you were? Because like that's very important. Like if you've kind of damaged it, that's bad, right? You don't want to like get it worse. It's entirely possible to do so. I found that out after the first, what was it? I had a cortisone shot treatment. Okay. I'm glad that it's going, well, it fucking better. Otherwise, I'm gonna beat the piss out of you. No, I'm kidding. No violence. Fucking better get better though. I swear to God. The first time I had a cortisone shot, well, the only time I had a cortisone shot, because they wanted to stimulate tissue growth. It felt amazing. You know, like they injected steroids directly into my shoulder. It felt amazing. Hashtag don't do drugs, but like real talk, this was an approved medical treatment. So because my insurance company was trying not to need to pay for surgery. So they do everything but the surgery. Surgery is like the last thing that they'll be willing to cover, and it's begrudging, and they'll drag their feet the entire time, and they will try to cover as little of it as possible. Anyway, after I got oh, how's the music level, by the way? I can't actually tell. After they did the injection of cortisone into my shoulder, it felt amazing, and I actually pushed myself too hard, and so my physical therapist was like, you went too hard on your shoulder, didn't you? It's like, yeah, I was like doing push-ups and everything, you know, trying to get back in shape. He's like, you can't do that. You have to stick with the regular exercises, because otherwise you could run the risk of injuring your shoulder even worse than it was before. I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, it's not fixed. It's not fixed at all. You have to just kind of like, you know, do your regular exercises. Like, oh shit, cool, good to know now. So yeah. Do you have any warm-up exercises? If you have warm-up exercises, you should do those before you engage in any like physical activity that involves your shoulder. You know what I mean? Did I bring things? I did. Okay. Because warm-ups, especially as you get older, I'm gonna say this: warming up and doing warm-up exercises really helps. Haha. This is the longest I think my cat's managed to just sit still in my lap. It's actually very concerning. Also, John, that doesn't just happen, right? The whole thing with what you gotta take care of tomorrow, right? That's not just like, surprise. How long have you been waiting on that? Alright. I see you later, Summer. Just basic physical exercise, physical therapy. Okay. Okay. Well, at the very least, right? Whenever you have to do anything physical, right? Do some stretches, right? Do some warm-ups, right? Like try to bust out some jumping jacks. This goes for a lot of you guys actually, because like I know some of y'all are getting old. All right, some of y'all are getting old, and so you gotta warm up before you do certain things. You know, one of them is try doing some jumping jacks. Real talk. I know it sounds simple and stupid, but that shit works. Oops. That shit really does work. It's a long story. Well, so long as I guess so long as it wasn't like oh yeah, so like I got into a fist fight with a honey badger. Now I gotta get that fixed. Cause you guys know honey badger don't give a shit. There was an exercise that my physical therapist gave me that I wish I could show you, but there's not enough space in my workspace right now. It involves making very large circles with the arm, but then like turning the hand at certain intervals to basically stretch out that whole area. You know what I mean? And it's been working great for me. They call it, they were very big proponents of it. They called it the circles of life. And you know, it's like, it's a good warm up and it's a good exercise in general, because it both it works on flexibility, range of motion, and strength, right? It's like all three at the same time, but it's very low impact because you're basically just making very large concentric circles. Not concentric, I shouldn't use the term concentric, just large circles to rotate your arm. Yeah, so that's the finished side, so put this here. I'm gonna see if I can like record it in some way. Let me make a note about that. If I could record myself doing it, I do highly recommend trying it. See if can record circles of life, because I'm sure that they don't have a diagram that they'd be willing to send me, you know. Maybe they do. It's been such a long time. I haven't been in physical therapy in like, God, since the beginning of the pandemic. I stopped going because of the pandemic, but I promised them I would do the exercises, and I do, especially when I have to do stuff. That's right, that reminds me. This entire time I've had an anvil. Hey, what's up, Sparking Thunder? Welcome back. I've had an anvil this whole time, and I keep forgetting to use it. Oh god, that's heavy. And the mute board. The mute board I do remember to use. The mute board just sort of like absorbs the sound. I should actually be hammering on this side. Not everything is terrible, right? You're gonna get some food. All right, we'll be here. Going back to the gym and focus on lower body exercise. Okay. You do both. Actually, full body workout is important. You don't want to like neglect any portion of your body. Wow, I need to clean this. There's like little flecks. Okay. I have to use the anvil more often. I just keep forgetting that I have the anvil. It's just a big slab of metal. It's heavy. It's heavy, and I have to be careful to not like place it on top of leather because I almost ruined a piece. Why did I put that away? I need that still. For another project, a wallet, by putting it on top of a part. Luckily, I was able to carve that piece away and use it for another portion of the wallet, but still, like, I was just like, fuck, I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? I was just absolutely so annoyed with myself. I can tell you how pissed off I was. Well, not pissed. Like, it's something that's fixable, right? But, wow, you know, just sort of like, I hate when I screw up. Especially when it's like something that I can not screw up on. Avoidable mistakes should be avoided, if that makes any sense. Take it down to here, because this is going to be a stitch line, and I don't want it to overlap. If that makes any sense. Go straight down. So this passport holder is from my girlfriend. It's going to be made out of the same material that I made her wallet out of, so that things are matchy-matchy. Which I kind of enjoy, and I hope that she enjoys too. The exterior, we're using this turquoise green Badalassi Carlo pull-up leather, and the interior is going to be Sepiciler Veg Tan in a slightly thinner thickness, because they're pockets, and thinner pockets make them easier to use. No, it's not an envelope for the chastity belt. How you doing, by the way, Merced? How's your day been? I thought you were streaming. I have to go check all my lurk things now. Close that. Okay. Alright. Why do I have a... Oh, that's not a message. That's an alert. God damn it. I hate how my shit alerts me when I'm streaming. You know? Let's see. Where are we? So, scissors, needles, waxed polycord. We don't need that much for here. I finally got new needles though. They're by John James. They're made in England. They're fantastic. They're a little bit fatter though, but they glide so much better. And the ends are blunted, so there's less risk of me actually injuring myself, which is always a positive, because you know me, guys. Hey, what's up, Hunter? How you doing? Those of you that don't know, Dallas is actually planning on doing a stream this next week. Tentatively, I believe on Tuesday. This through here. The only problem that I have is that these the eyelets are very small compared to the other ones. Or maybe it's just the thread I'm using is thicker. I should be for these needles. I don't know. I legitimately was not sure which one to get. So I looked at a leather crafting website and I was like, well, they're selling these for leather crafters. Okay, I'll get this size then. It seemed like the right thing to do. It does remind me though, I need to order new laces. I just tore a pair of laces yesterday on my US made Fry Walter boots. What's the matter, Summer? I know there's a lot of stuff on the bed. What's the matter? You don't need to be there. What? You know, she's become very vocal. What's the matter? Especially these past couple of months, I think. I hope nothing's wrong. I think she just wants attention. Oh. Pardon me. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry about that. Just had to do a quick nose blow. You know how it is, guys. Sometimes you gotta clear your nose, you know what I mean? It's a cocaine joke. Oh no, wait, no, they say powder your nose. Haha. What's the matter, Furball? My cat's in my lap again. I think she just wants attention, realistically. And I try to shower her with attention, but I don't know. I guess she's just very needy these days. She's a good girl, though. You give her a nice snuggle and she'll like stay with you for a very long time, you know. She's very friendly too. I'm glad that she and my girlfriend get along, you know. All right, so for this stitching, right, since these will be the entries for the pockets, right, we're actually going to start the stitch on the top, end it at the bottom. The reason why we're doing it that way is so that when we finish the and use the thread zap to heal the ends of the thread, there'll be less abrasion for any cards that go in the back pocket, the bigger pocket, right? There's all these like micro decisions that you have to make when you do leather crafting, right? In terms of like where things go and how to finish things so that the final product is that much more better crafted. You know, you have to like keep these things in mind, right? Let's see. I was looking up stitching ponies. I was thinking about getting myself a stitching pony because even though it's not good for me to use on stream, right? A stitching pony, it wouldn't be a good way for me to film myself doing stitching on stream because of the way I'd have to use it. It basically is like it's a thing that I sit on kind of. and it's like between my thighs to keep it steady, and then like I kind of hunch over it, which means that I also have to like make sure I get up more often when using it. I don't know if it would actually help me stitch faster, because the amount of stitching I can do is like roughly roughly a foot in 30 minutes, right? But that's like, there's diminishing returns on if I have to do longer than a foot, because then I have to deal with much longer threads. And so like every time the thread is longer, it means that I have to like pull it all the way through each side that much more, you know? And when they're very long threads, right, they become unwieldy. And to give you an example of like how long the thread would have to be, usually you want to use like a piece of thread that's like 3 to 4 times the length of how far down you're going to saddle stitch. So if I'm going to saddle stitch 1 foot, I usually try to take out like 3 to 4 feet, right? Which means that each arm, essentially, each one of these wings, I guess I should call it, this side or this side, ends up being like 2-ish feet, and that's manageable. But like when you want to stitch a linear distance of 2 feet, then it becomes, oh no, I need like 6, 7, 8 feet worth of thread. And so in order to like do that efficiently, you have to kind of like throw your arms out to the side to like really pull out the thread as you tighten it every time you do a stitch. And it's just so much more effort and more time, you know. It's almost what's it called, exponentially so. How you doing, Sanzo-kun? Yes, so the thing it's called a stitching pony, and I have to put it between my thighs. It's basically a clamp. It's a clamp that would hold the leather in place between my thighs so that I could just like do the stitching while it's holding it. It's like having a third hand. But I know, I haven't even read the comment yet, but I bet this is a sexual one. Oh, no, I'm not gonna, you can't be my stitching pony. You can't be my stitching pony. Although I would like an extra hand between my legs. Wait, what? Oh, no. It is true though. Like, it basically is like a third hand, and that's why it like kind of goes in the middle, I guess. I don't know. It's like a big wooden thing too. I've been pricing them out, and it looks like I can get one pretty inexpensively, because it's realistically just like a wooden clamp that's like pretty long, like right around here, which is about how long I usually tell my significant other it is. I say it goes up to about here, right? So it's like roughly about here, so you could like stitch, you know, and have it like around face level, right? So it's like a piece of wood, it's 2 pieces of wood, and then there's like another third piece of wood that kind of like you sit on, that it kind of intersect perpendicularly. I'm glad, by the way, Hunter, I'm glad that you do find it fascinating. I find it fascinating to like verbalize all the things that like have to go into everything, you know what I mean? And so like it's just 3 pieces of wood and like, I don't know, I think a screw and a clamp and probably a spring somewhere. So I like, you know, every time I look them up, it doesn't seem like they're very expensive. It's just I don't know, more stuff. Part of me hates getting more stuff. Like, the holidays are coming and my mom keeps asking me like, what do you want for you know, the holiday? And I'm like, I don't really want a thing, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want more junk. I don't want more stuff here, you know? And when I do want something, here's the problem. I just buy it, you know? I'm sure that a lot of you guys have that same problem where it's just like, oh yeah, do I want this? All right, it's only $60. Ching, swipe the card, you know, and you get it. There was a Unloading Ready Run. They had a crapshoots about this recently. It was called like Fellow Millennial, and essentially like it's Grant and Beej, and they're just kind of like looking. They're just hanging out, looking really glum. And it's just like, then they start talking about like, yeah, I don't know. My folks always ask me what I want for the holidays. And it's just like, well, I'm middle-aged. You know, like, what could you get me that wouldn't be humiliating? Like, you give me a could you give me a gift card to like a local grocery? That's just sad. You know, and it's just like, yeah, but it's useful, but it's just like, it's real sad because it makes you look like you can't handle yourself. And it's just like, wow. Let me just do one more through here, and then we're gonna finish this side. And then that was actually too long. Sometimes I overestimate. That's fine. It happens. Where's my suit? They're right in front of me. Still, you gotta go with... It's better to have more thread than less thread, because if you run out of thread, then you ran out of thread, and that's a problem. But if you have extra thread, that's fine. You know, like, thread's cheap. Where's my thread zap? It's like right in front of me. And I changed the battery for this. So now it's like extra hot, if that makes sense. We're gonna zap these threads. I really hate how this camera functions. I'm thinking about just like swapping it out entirely for like my an old phone, because I think that the zoom would work better on the old phone. The problem is that I'd have to keep it plugged in the whole time because the reason why it's my old phone is because the battery went to shit, and I did the irresponsible thing of just like replacing the phone. With a new phone instead of just replacing the battery. I mean, not that they make it easy to replace batteries on phones, but still. Okay, so that's the pockets. This is away so I don't stab myself. Put these needles. We'll undress the needles, or unthread them rather. I started working on a wallet for my mother. She has no idea like what I do when I do leathercraft, you know, like she doesn't know the quality, she doesn't know anything. I'm sure it'll be impressive to her because she does enjoy well-made things, you know, but like she also is a fan of Louis Vuitton. And Louis Vuitton makes like the shittiest products. That's not even like a hot take. It's just like the quality's so bad. But I digress. They have impressive market share because celebrities like their stuff. If you've ever handled Louis Vuitton products though, and like I'm not like criticizing the stitching here. I'm more criticizing the choice of materials, right? They make their stuff out of vinyl. Like the products that everyone knows them for made out of vinyl. And so the problem with that is that vinyl is fucking plastic. We're not putting that down yet. That's right, I have to punch this hole here. This is the hardest part, because this hole needs to like match up with whatever I put on the other side. Actually, you know what? I should probably glue the other side of this down. Then punch hole. Probably should have glued this down first, actually. Like this is a little bit mismatched in terms of size, but that's fine because we're going to sand that down, not on stream. I'm going to sand it off stream. I'm just going to do the majority of the assembly here so you can see the majority of the product, because you don't have to, like, if you're watching at home, you don't necessarily need to like finish your edges. You can finish your edges however you want. I like to do my edges, and I've done it a few times in the past, in such a way where like they look homogeneous. It's the same color, blacks usually. I've been thinking about getting some browns, but like I do like how a black edge looks nice and slick and with a mirror finish, you know. The products in my store are all finished like that. Well, not all of them. The ones that are 100% veg tan are not, and the ones that are like, if it's only made out of like one material, like one type of leather, one color, it's not gonna be finished like that. Like the bracelets are not finished like that. You always finish your edges. See, I don't even, with regards to that, I'm gonna say I don't even do a good job edging, you know. I'm just gonna get it. Get it. I gotta get some more of this glue though. I really should have like extra just sitting around, but the last time I left any of this stuff sitting around, it started to separate on me. In the container, I just had to shake it, but like the first pour after such a long hiatus of crafting, was very, very watery. And I hope that I didn't like change the consistency too much by losing all of that excess fluid. I should not be gluing on top of this. Yeah, I'm terrible at edging. Just like, I don't want to, I'm not holding it in. Just let it go. Kidding. God, why did I say that out loud, actually? You know what? This is the reason why my girlfriend doesn't like me streaming. It's not. She doesn't care that I stream. She knows that I enjoy it, and No. We listen. The internet has ruined a lot of our fucking brains. Okay, you're not the only one. Don't even worry about it. My girlfriend though, she's very what's the term? Conservative. Like, I make sexual jokes around her all the time, and she's like, you know, like she's like, or I'll make inferences to like screwing with her in public, and she's like, you know, like it, and nobody else can hear. No one else can hear. Where did I put my paper towel? Cool. Do I not have one here? All right. Oh, can't let that get on there. There's a little bit of issue. But she's very conservative. She doesn't like to make like those types of jokes, even though like she accidentally makes those types of jokes a lot. God, she's a teacher, right? She's a high school teacher even, and she was telling me a couple semesters ago she accidentally made this joke. Not a joke. She didn't mean for it to be a joke either. She meant to be taken seriously, which is also like very funny. She was saying like, because she understood it in a completely different way. She was like, you guys want to get, in reference to grades, a hot dog and 2 eggs, right? And when she said that to me, I was like, because I saw it immediately. She did not. I was like, a hot dog and 2 eggs? Sweetie, I don't think you could say that to these students. And so, like, she said she did it like 2 years. She did it like for 2 years. And only until like maybe last year did somebody even bring it up. It's just like, you talk about a dick. She didn't realize that that is more likely what they were thinking about than when she meant a hot dog and 2 eggs, she meant a 1 and 2 zeros or 100 on the test, right? That's what she was talking about. But everyone else was just like, you talk about dicks. And like, I think that there was a lot of snickering behind her back for years, and I was like, you didn't realize that? And then I had to even clarify, like, sweetie, I mean, okay, so like, I'm half Hispanic, and I gotta tell you, babe, huevos is like the slang term for balls too. Like, you really fucked up there. Like, sausage is another term for wiener. Come on. And ever since then, she thought that I got like more sexual in my jokes around her because of that. And I was just like, no, but it didn't hurt. Holy shit. It's cute. She's very naive. She doesn't get these things. You know, she doesn't see these things until like it's way too late and somebody goes like, actually, you know? Kirby's eyes just popped right the fuck out of his head. Like, oh my god. Like, it was pretty, poor thing. She's sweet though. But, yeah. Oh, I need my hole punch. So with regards to tools, it's actually, I'm really glad that I got a hole punch. And so like sometimes I see other people using tools that like I consider myself never willing to use. and I'm like wondering like, why don't I get that, right? You know, but like using the blade as opposed to like a rotary cutter, you know, a pizza wheel essentially. Like the pizza wheel thing seems wrong to use, you know, as opposed to a blade, but I'm sure that the rotary cutter is that much easier. You only had breakfast and it's been like 11 hours? Jesus Christ, dude. Go eat. Go put food in you. And get something to drink too. Everybody drink some water. What is balls? I mean, they're shaped kind of like them. And it is Hispanic slang for the ball. Did I put down what hole punch this was? Oh boy. I think it's the 3-5. Now there's this sitting here and I don't know what this is from. Alright, hold on. I think it's the 3-5. Where's my scrap leather before I do anything stupid? I always gotta keep a piece of scrap just in case. Good for testing. I think it's the 3-5, so we're just gonna punch one into. This is the same leather, but like I've been kind of handling it so that it feels more weathered. I actually like how the leather is kind of changing over time because of it. You know. Hole punch. Okay, so let's make sure. We're gonna use these snaps. Although I do have, and they're really cute. I have these. It is a 3-5. I'm gonna write that down on here actually. Here's my markers. I have these cat button snaps. And they're really cute, but also like, I don't know, I don't think it fits. I wanted to have the same language as the wallet that I made her, and so the wallet that I made her uses, actually here's one of the cat button snaps. There it is. Kind of blurry because my camera fucking hates me. Anyway, but the wallet that I gave her uses these snaps, so I want to have them to have the same language, which is why we're using these snaps. Alright, here's committing to the punch. Oh boy. I had to assume that it's not just like Spanish that does that, you know? But yeah, I remember being taught that huevos was balls in Spanish. Not in Spanish class, obviously. Did that not cut all the way through? It didn't. I didn't push hard enough. Ah! I could probably just rip it because it's gonna get covered anyway. Come on. Double and triple check your placement. I try. Because you're right, I should be measuring like 2 or 3 times and cutting once. The placement is based solely on... So the way that I design everything is I take it from sketches that I make into AutoCAD. And so I draw out everything full size, right? This is something that I would need to change, and actually this is the time where I'm going to be changing it by testing against what this should be, because I've always felt that in the previous versions of this that this might be too short, even though my calculations in paper told me that this is good enough, and it is good enough. It's actually more than long. It's long enough, but it's like it's a little snug, and I want it to be a little bit less snug, right? But because of that, right, because I did everything in AutoCAD, which means that you draw everything full scale and everything is geometrically placed in the exact right position. I know that this hole, the hole that I punched here, right, is based on this, and this is centered right there, and perpendicular to this hole where the button's supposed to, the other side of the button's supposed to go. you know? So theoretically it should work, but there's always room for variance when you're constructing something, because like even with leather, right? Or especially with leather, I should say. One of the issues that I have with leather. Why did I put my buttons away? Hey Ren. One of the issues that I have with leather is that as you're working with it, sometimes it kind of changes its shape. It's a natural material. It can warp, you know, if you pull it in one direction, it might get longer, you know, albeit temporarily. So that's one of the things that you have to be careful with leather. How you doing, Ren? How's your day been? Did you seduce Astarion yet? Let's see. We need this. We need this. Oh, we need the anvil. This thing has an anvil and a. Actually, I don't think we need the anvil. And that. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need this. Oh no, we do. Yeah, because this goes there. That helps to keep that in place. Or doesn't. I don't know. You're trying. It'll happen. Just gotta take them out to dinner more often. You know how it is. You know how it is. No touchy until at least the third date. I'm doing okay though. Just got over a little bit of the COVID. That was unpleasant. But it's done. It's done. It's over. There's no more COVID for me. Or at least, I don't know. Ugh. I mean, you can easily get COVID again. I want to get a booster now, but like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to get a booster immediately after. But I'll have to double check that too. And I don't even know if I could leave that in the VOD. Because YouTube hates when I say things that are possibly incorrect. And then the one time that I checked midstream, they were like, nah, you still said it. And it was correct at the time. Fucking hell. So I just gonna complain about YouTube, I guess. All right. Another problem that I have with these. I'm gonna convex this and then press that down in there and then push that in a little bit that way so that that's a little bit more flattened. I don't want anything to happen on that side. You know other things that do what? Stretching? Do you stretch? You should stretch, guys. Watching one person on YouTube who put a snap on back. Wait, was it me? Did I do that once? I might have done that once. Oh, but that wasn't on a VOD. That was just me crafting at my own leisure. Ooh, this is stiff. Okay. That's stiff. Okay. Well, that snaps on there. And that's in the perfect spot. So... I shouldn't laugh at that guy, cause like, or that person, because everyone makes mistakes. Right? Everyone makes mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake, but also, oh, you poor bastard. I'm so sorry. Ah! Oh, this leather is fantastic. This is a turquoise, greenish, turquoise, bluish turquoise. It's a good color. It's from Badalassi, Carlo, which is a tannery in Italy. I picked it out because my girlfriend likes it. So this is actually, I bought a whole ass half shoulder, or rather half hide. So I have like 7 to 8 square feet of it. I made her a wallet, which I don't know if you saw. I posted on various social media things, but you know, and I think I posted it other places. It might be in the Discord, which is not public. If you want, I could just add you to the Discord. It's very depressing in there. It's just me kind of going like, I'm sorry, I'm such a disappointment to you all. And then sobbing. This is made in Italy though. It's a fantastic piece of leather. I really like it. It's gorgeous. And I was planning on making her this. I made her the wallet already. And I'm also going to be making her a bag once I figure out the design for the bag. It's going to be big enough to hold, I guess, this too, now that I think about it. Yeah, it should be big enough to hold this and the wallet. And her phone. It's sizable size, but like, so here's the thing, because she has like a Coach bag that's like super tiny, and she could barely fit anything in there other than like her phone and like, you know, her credit cards loose. And it's just like, oh, I don't even know why you bought that. And she's like, it's cute though, isn't it? I was like, yeah, it's cute, but like, you can't use it for anything, you know? She had it on the day that it was on her birthday that I gave her this. The wallet, and she couldn't put the wallet in there. And so she had to carry the wallet in the bag that I gave it to her, you know? Everyone's in, no. You're in where? Huh? I'm confused. I'm sorry. But yeah, like she does really like this color, so I'm glad, because I kind of just picked it. I knew that she liked like the deepish blue, the deepish green, like that sort of area of color, you know what I mean? So I'll get that later. Oh, the Discord. The Discord, I'm like afraid to make it public because I just haven't done enough with it, you know what I mean? So everyone that's in there, you know, it's basically people who have asked, and people that I trust to not stir up too much shit, essentially, you know? Because I don't want anybody to be like there and be like twat, you know what I mean? Not the like the kind of twat that Gribby calls our boy Shabazz. That's different. Gribby says that because he loves Shabazz. I know it. But I mean, like, you know, like a real jerklinger, if that makes any sense. But, you know, why wouldn't I trust you? You haven't done anything. Like, you know, like you haven't done anything to be like kind of a huge ass jerk. You know? You're a good dude, Hunter. I'm talking about, like, you know, like there are people out there, not within our community, as far as I can tell, thankfully so far. But there are people out there who just like, you know, like they like to make racist jokes and shit, and it's just like, or insinuations. It's just like I don't want that around, you know, or like, or you know, like really anything, you know, like I had to curate such a long list of words in here in the channel for things that, like, you know, just can't be said, to the point where like it actually steps on people's toes sometimes. Like we found out that mustard ended up becoming one of the bad words because I wanted to circumvent anybody from using a word that uses never mind what the word is. Anyway, so mustard ended up being one of the casualties for a while. Feels Dry figured out how to add mustard as a permitted term while also keeping the original term blocked, thank God. So now people can say mustard. But holy shit, like there's a lot of words. Actually, I think Ren is in there. Also, that's weird. It took that long for the fucking stream court to say, yeah, Ren is in here. Whoopsie. Okay. It took a really long time. For stream court to post that the Red Reaper's live. And guys, today is her 3-year anniversary on Twitch, so please, if you haven't already, go in there, wish her a happy anniversary. I think she's doing a little bit of Apex today. Or she might still be doing just chatting. Actually, let me go pop in there. Looks like she's doing Songlio. Oh, they're playing a song game. Okay, that looks fun. I wasn't sure. I'm never sure who I actually like have in the Discord. You know, to the point where it's just like, it's like I should know because like there's less people in it than not in it. You know what I mean? Why did I leave this? No, I'll fix that later. John, you feeling okay though? I completely forgot to ask. Because, you know, the thing that you got going on that you're gonna take care of tomorrow. Okay, so there to there. And that's that. And then we put this to here. So that's the majority of the thing. So I could probably like punch the hole there. I really love how the color changes as you bend it. I really love that about pull-up leather. It's one of my favorite things about pull-up leather. Buttons there, the other button there. Chop that off. Yeah, let's do that. I'm afraid to do it, but like I have to do it. And I forgot to get my chisels. Oh. I have chisels for this. I'll be right back. Let me... Here we are. I was thinking about it before I started the stream and then I completely forgot. I have chisels just to do half circles. I need to get this quarter circles as well. And I have to be very careful with taking these out because like they're all very sharp and I haven't made a thing for them to like store them. Right? It's too big. I haven't made a thing to store these. I have to be very careful every time I take one out. That's it. Okay, that's the size. And I bought these chisels because... And Six Sigma reminded me, I never figured out the sellable keychains, right? I don't even know, like, so the thing is, to make a thing to put my chisels in, I have to figure out, like, how that's gonna work, and the problem is I haven't figured that out, which is why it's probably not gonna be the next stream project, actually. Because, like, I can't think of just, like, I don't think it's just, like, a thing that rolls out, you know what I mean? These, each chisel sticks out a lot. Some of them stick out, like, a huge amount, and some of them are, like, just basically about the size of the I don't know, the neck, the stem, whatever this is. So, like, I just keep them in a plastic bag that's, like, in tatters. And that's probably not good, you know, but like it's it's likely not going to be the next project simply because I don't think it's a good idea to make one of those yet. Actually, you know what? Let me stuff some things in here first and then I will see how much space I need. Handle. That's a good term for it, actually. Thank you. Let me stuff some things in here to see how much space we need. Okay. I know that the pockets work. They're actually kind of generously sized too. I want that to be like right around here actually. I think that looks good from this perspective, right? So I want to put this to here-ish. So from there we need a circle more or less equidistant. Push that kind of far in there. All right, let's take that off before I dox myself. Let me get my, where are you? Fuck, where is it? Where's my all? Oh man, there it is. It's right in front of me. So roughly around there. Roughly around there. Let's make sure I get that centered. We'll actually use this. Make sure that that's about there. All right. That's looking pretty good. Oops, my face is in the way. That's looking pretty good there. And because that's like that, I can use this to sort of trace roughly where I gotta chisel that away. I probably should have just made one line for that. Whatever. Let's see. Where's my anvil? Let me take these cards out. I don't know how wet the glue is in there still. And this thing, punch board, or mute board rather. You never chisel directly onto metal. Never ever. The reason for that is because you can blunt your chisels. Same reason why you don't use a metal hammer on a metal tool, you blunt the tool. I need to move some things. I can't get a lot of power going here if the camera's like right there. Like it's gonna be like a lot of pounding, and I'm pretty sure my neighbors already hate me, but you know, it is what it is. Almost. Hey, ooh, that was close. That almost hit my fucking thumb. That'd have been bad. I'd have been pissed. Come on. Alright, that's most of it. I can clip off the rest of that and then we sand it down later. Okay. Changed the blade earlier today, so that went very smoothly. Alright. Where's the hole punch? Check this now. It's there. Perfect. Okay. Now we have to get this centered on there. This might actually be easier to see if I use the... Nope. That's right, because we made the mark here. Yep. I mean, that's what a lot of these videos are on YouTube. I was watching this one earlier today where this guy was like trying to do leather crafting tips that, you know, he was saying like these will make your project go a lot smoother. And then like he started to give some really bad tips. Like one of them was you should just cut against your cardboard things, your cardboard design templates. And I know for a fact if I was going to cut against this thing, the sharpness of the blade would cut right through the cardboard and likely go into my thumb. And so the moment I saw that, I was just like, all right, I can't take this guy seriously anymore because he was cutting against just cardboard. And that is like the dumbest shit I've ever fucking seen. Oh, isn't it convenient, this hole punches? It's just like, done. For the longest time, I was using the, this actually comes with one, and I have a few other ones that are just like, you hammer them down, right? They're like little tubes with a hole in the side, so you just like, bunk with the hammer. These are kind of, not terrible, like they have their place, but like, it's so much easier to use that hole punch. Let's see. Now I put this button in last. So right now what we have to do is the stitching around. Oh, I want to curve these corners actually. Around the corners, not actually. I never figured out what I was going to use to to round them out. So I guess we'll just use this. I don't know. And I'm like 100% serious. I never figured out what I was going to use to like I just knew I wanted to like round these corners out. Here, we'll use this hammer. I'm sorry, not even on the screen yet. I need to be able to see it, so more than you guys. There we go. Some people use a coin, which I think is pretty cool. You know, like it's something that's around. Anything could be a tool if it helps you do a thing easier and better. You know what I mean? There's this commercial that I keep seeing that has like a Pitbull song, and I fucking hate it. I absolutely hate how catchy his music is, but it sounds so like, I don't know. It's not for me. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. It's not for me. But holy shit, now it's stuck in my fucking head. And the relaxing music that I've chosen for the playlist is not helping. Oh, you're not a tool. Tool is derogatory. Don't think of yourself like that, sir. Have some tea, though. Actually, let me go over to Reaper's and tell her to have some tea. She's probably gonna come here and tell me to have more tea. Teach her a lesson. Keep up on that. You have to put an extra. Oh, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense actually. I thought about putting one into one of my belts because I had actually lost a lot of weight. Not a brag, not a brag. This was a while ago though, and it was I like had the belt for a long time, and I didn't want to like not be able to use it. So, you know, but ultimately I ended up gaining that weight back, which is that'll happen. You know, that'll happen. Just ever so slightly cut those edges. It's nice having a newly changed blade, actually. You can make like very, very, very nice cuts. And I guess I can always add new holes to my belts. My girlfriend did ask if I could like make belts, and I was like, yeah, but they're so easy. I don't know if you guys have ever like looked into making your own belt. It's super easy. I don't even think you need like leather crafting skills for it, but it's a nice opening project too. Because you just buy a belt blank. It's just like a strip of leather, and then you buy a buckle, and then you punch the holes, and then you know you add the buttons. It's so easy. You can make it as complex as you want to. Like if you want to finish the edges, skive them down, and put on like edge dressing, you can. Or you could just like wear it like that, you know. It's also one of the reasons why I don't think I'll ever put like belts in the store. Although, like if I had a belt, what was it called? A strap maker, and a bunch of hides, maybe I would. But that would require like a whole ass studio, you know what I mean? And right now we are just like me at a table slowly doing these things, you know what I mean? I see ya. Hey, Holly's dad, how you doing? No, why? Christ, I just saw that. Holly's dad, why? You lost 2 pant sizes in 8 years? Like you went down or you went up? You're flying solo with the kids? Aww. Thank you for popping in. You know, you don't have to spend your money here. Because 1, I appreciate you just the same. 2, look at that. I didn't fucking see it until like 20 minutes later because I was so absorbed in my own goddamn thoughts. Thank you, Holly's dad. Real talk. Save your money. Don't spend it on my dumbass. I'm just gonna spend it on cocaine. And then you want me to fucking have cocaine? I'm kidding. That's a joke for legal reasons. That's a joke for legal reasons. If you had a custom buckle, you could make the belt. Oh yeah, well, no, see, damn it, Holly's dad. The answer for that's supposed to be no. It's supposed to be no. The quarter circle chisels would have been great for just like punching out these corners, by the way. That's the only reason why people get the quarter circle chisels. The answer to that question is supposed to be no, Holly's dad. You're not supposed to encourage drug use. Get rid of those before they make a mess. All right. So next is the stitching all around the edges, right? And then that'll be like, oh, and putting in the button. And that'll be the last thing that I do, because I'm gonna do the sanding off stream, because I don't want to run the Dremel in here with the computer, right? I usually run the Dremel in the other room while I can vacuum up everything simultaneously, so that I don't end up with like a bunch of dust and mess, you know? So that means also that I'll be finishing the edges off stream as well. But we're almost done. Not almost. I have a lot of stitching. There's like at least 1-2 linear feet plus this thing over here. And I usually do the stitching on this thing before I put in the button. So that's right, I dropped the wing divider. You went down 2 pant sizes. Ah, hey, shit. Usually that's good, right? Were you trying to lose weight, or? Because usually, especially when you get older, you go up. You know what I mean? Usually. Okay, so this is actually sort of weird here, because I don't know if I should do it from the front or from the back, or from the inside to the out. It's easier to mark this side, this type of leather, because it's a waxier, oily type of leather, with the wing divider, such that I can, like, you know where I'm going, right? But I need to know from this side. And from this side, right, like the wing divider is not going to dig too deep, which is fine, but that's a little wide actually. I don't think I want 3/8. I think I want like an 1/8. What's an 1/8 look like? It's too small. Most of it's stress. Oh, that's bad then. I'm sorry. There's only one time where I couldn't eat because of stress, and that was like, because I thought this guy was gonna like jump me after school. It was a real weird thing. He picked a fight with me, and then like he seemed like he was really upset because like the teacher intervened and made him move, and like you could tell that he was like pissed and he just wanted to fight. It's just like, I don't want anything to do with you, all right? You keep talking to me, and I don't want anything to do with you. Like he was being a twat, you know, always asking to like copy my homework, and it's just like, no. Fuck out of here. Like, because I don't want anybody copying my homework, you know, like that sort of idiot. And so like it came to a head, and like he actually like kicked me in the middle of class. The teacher saw it and moved him to the other side of the room, and he was like pissed. And I remember for like months he would like just stare at me from the other side of the room, and I just kind of ignored it because it was just like, who gives a shit, you know? He ultimately didn't do anything. But he just seemed like a very angry person. Like he was always angry, you know? Oh well. Wait. How did you like read the skill incorrectly? How'd that happen? I do want to sand this down a little bit here, actually. Because otherwise, if that bump's gonna be there, it's gonna annoy me. I really shouldn't be doing this now, because I'm gonna hit this with the Dremel because the edges are not even anyway. But I've been pretty open about this, and you know, I have OCD, and so if something bothers me, like even the slightest, if I don't address it, it'll start to like physically pain me. Which, like, you know, is like, sure, but like there are certain things that like if I don't do something about, and like none of my partners have ever like been able to understand it. It's like if I don't do something about like this certain thing, like it'll be the only thing that's on my mind, and like I'll be upset if like they get in my way to like stop me from doing the thing. You know, it's never anything like malevolent. It's always just like something small, but like even if it's part of a bad habit that I have, like I can't really talk about that. Those are my own secret shames, but it's just like Like I need to do this right now. Otherwise, I'll just keep poking at it, you know? Let's go back up to 3/16. I'm sorry. Use the other ruler. I can barely read this one. This one I've used so much. Ooh, yours sounds fancy. My Dremel is literally like, it was one of the first things I purchased when Reaper became my first like Leathercraft patron, right? It was one of the first things I bought because I knew I was gonna like need it a lot for doing the edges. And it's not an official Dremel. It's like a brand X. I bought it off of onlinemarketplace.com # not sponsored. That's 3/16. This is 1/8. Yeah, it's between there. Yeah. You paid like way more than I did. I think I paid like 30 something. But again, like my thing is like a cheap knockoff thing, you know? So use the wing divider to more or less. What am I doing? What was I caught on? Right, like kind of like mark down where these lines are going, and that's going to be the stitch line. We're actually going to draw that out from there to here using a ruler, but we're just using this to make kind of like a mark. This is a little bit deeper than my awls. Maybe I should be using this because like I typically use them. This is going to sound really shameful. I typically use like an orange pen to mark down where I'm going to cut on leather. If it's like this stuff, if it's the veg tan, because otherwise I can't see it. Oh wait, so was it for the your shack or no? Oh shit! I also forgot to ask: is hunting season over yet or no? Or are you still going out there? Because you got one, but I remember your license was for 1 male, 1 female, right? I did rewatch the video. I saw the yeah. There's a good ender to that. I did. Oh, that's right. I had one criticism. I'm gonna message it to you. I had like one criticism. That's right. Hold on. Sunday's the last day. So I'm assuming you're going out there as much as you can then? Hold on. What is this pending request? I don't know who this is. Mutual servers. Fungi fam. Bet that is a report user profile. I bet that's a spam account. Did all of it. Next. Spam. Submit report. Block. Okay. That's right. I wanted to say one thing. It's a minor criticism about the video. That's it. That's the only thing that I could think of when I was watching. It's just like, you know, it's still a fine choice, but that was the only thing I was like thinking of while I was listening and watching the video. Oh, but I saw the whole thing. I saw, you know, the kill shot and then the mercy shot afterwards, because like it looked like it was down, but it was just like meh. So I saw that you kind of like helped it along. Where are my punches? They are, which was very sweet actually, because like, you know, the thing, you know, didn't seem to want to really be in that situation, but you know what? Too many of y'all You know what I mean? I don't know if I should do these from the corners. Let's start from these edges. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't sure. Let's just punch those there. Bring this to here. And then I'll use the 2 to go around the corner. Or we'll map out the corner rather with the 2. It's like the corner has to be like that. Maybe it should just be 2. Like 1, 2. Because if I do it directly on the corner here, I have this like this. I think that actually looks better. Even though it makes that a little foreshortened, I guess. Means I should probably do the other corner now. Careful with that. Just tap it lightly. There we go. Ever so slightly. Lightly and slightly. Oh, you know what I should do, actually? Well, the way that this worked out last time. Oh wait, so you did use you did go for the licensed music too then. So a little bit, you know what? This doesn't have to go all the way over there. We'll just make this its own thing. That's why. I think I did the originals with 1/8 inch width here. Oops. You know, I wanted to avoid doing this part now, but let's just do that to here. That to here. Oops, fucking hell. This is always a pain. And I don't know why. I feel like this is an easy skill that I just don't have. I guess it's because I don't do it that often. Just need to go around this. Come on. Come on. Why is there so much drag? Am I pushing too hard? It's still kind of pricey, you know? It still feels pricey. Put that there. This here. I'm like a big proponent of symmetry. When I was in architectural school, a few of my professors were very much like, don't do symmetrical things. It's not good. You know. But I like symmetry. So this would be roughly there. So let's just put 2 in the middle. Let that look. That might look a little weird. 3 in the middle? Too snug. 2 in the middle is too far apart, I think. Three would be 1, 2. Actually, 3 is fine. Let's do 2. Oh, it would be 2, yeah. That looks okay. Now let's punch these all the way through with the 4. It's the only one that I think I have to do that hard, because we have to go all the way to the edge of that, make that little pocket work. as I smack my light fixture. I know what I'm doing, I swear. You know what? Actually, let's just do these 3 here. We'll ignore that, and then we'll just use that. Lego, come on. I'm supposed to use a bone folder for this, actually. And I'm supposed to actually keep everything on camera, too. So, like, that's wise of me. I'm bad at this. I probably shouldn't throw those either. I don't think it would be justifiable for like any of us, like real talk, Hunter. You know what I mean? Like unless like you were making your main source of income through like YouTube videos, I don't think it makes sense, right? Like I'm not saying that $30 is too much. In fact, it's, you know, it's probably like not enough, all things considered, because like it is a lot of work what they're doing. But and I respect the amount of work that they're putting into making music. It's just wowza. Like, you know, for a hobbyist, it's not going to be as worthwhile, you know. Let me punch this hole. And then let me punch. Oh yeah, I got to do these. Whoopsie doopsie. Yeah, read that real quick, John. You're not 60 tracks from Unreal. There's a lot of royalty-free music out there, but that doesn't mean that it's not copyright written. You know what I mean? And I found that out because like all the royalty-free music that I use, someone still is the rights holder, and so like, what you call it? If I leave it on for too long, I'll get a thing saying like your video can only be viewed in certain territories because of this, you know. Kind of a double-edged sword, you know, because like they do still own the rights to their music. This here. You know, they deserve to own the rights to their music. Put this here, actually. Did I punch this all the way through? I did not. Okay. And then the rest of these are on the floor. Sounds like a lot of work. You know, having somebody write music for you. You know, even if it's very simple stuff. And I'm sure that they even have like stuff that they've already made. But, you know. Whoops. Music school is a thing for a reason, right? People study to be musicians for like damn near their whole lives. God, stop smacking the camera. Let me thread this. The thing that I enjoy the most about doing any leather working is actually the stitching, so I'm just gonna, it feels like actually taking a break from doing any of the other stuff, you know? You have to put the composer info in the description. That makes sense, actually. Let's see. Yeah. That does make sense. This is a linear foot, so you figure 3 to 4 feet. Let's add a little bit extra just in case. I don't want to be getting to the end and going like, fuck, it's not enough. I've done that enough times doing Leathercraft that it feels embarrassing at this point to not have enough thread. Did I fuck this up? No. No, I didn't. Hammer? Tokenol. I don't even need this. I don't know why it's still on here. Hey, Remy, thank you for the lurk. We'll be here. Hope your day's been going great. Through there, and well, we're calling it perfect. Needles. Where did I put my needles? They're probably right in front of me. They are, aren't they? Oh, that's kind of cool, Hunter. I don't know anybody who can... That's not true. I probably do know somebody, but I wouldn't task anybody to. Because, like, here's the thing. Like, I don't want to, like... You know... I don't want to, like... have... essentially ask somebody to do something for free. You know what I mean? Like, if you could do a thing, I feel like you should be compensated for... And I'm not criticizing you for you know, like, having a family agreement and whatever. I'm not. But like it's like one of the things like why I have so few people moderating here, and I tell everyone who's a moderator not to, even though Feels Dry is just like the most on top of it, and he just does it. It's very sweet of him, because I feel like, you know, like anyone who can like provide like that sort of any kind of service should be compensated for it, and I'm simply not able to right now. You know what I mean? Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't got no Spotify bands. I have a playlist, but that playlist is a old, worn out joke by now. Well, shit, that sounds like, you know, like yeah, especially if somebody wants to like hear more of that stuff, you know. Let's see. All right, so this is the top. So we're gonna start from the top and then stitch all the way down to the bottom. Oh god, it's so long. It's so long. What the fuck? Oh, Christ. Camera lens lid thing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Everybody shut up. Hi, Remy. How long? Listen. It's 4 feet of thread. Might be longer. God, you know, this just probably looks like jizz to you people. What do you mean, you people? Shut up, brain. How you doing, Tofu? Yeah, see, like, if it was like with it, like, I guess the term is within the budget, right? If it was within the budget, it's just like, all right, fine. But like, you know, as hobbyists, right? We're hobbyists. We're doing this as like a hobby, you know? It doesn't make sense to go like, well, all right, let me just pay that guy. Because then, like, you know, at what point do you, like, not? You know what I mean? Like, because there's going to be too many people at a certain point. Oh, God. Hey, Omega Mystic. What was that explosion? Jesus Christ. I completely forgot that I even had those. I keep forgetting that they're even there for like a second. Not a second, every once in a while. I just smacked my... This light is in the worst spot. How you been, Omega Mystic? Making a passport holder for my girlfriend. Now, this is when I do have to say, I really hope she wasn't like just saying that she liked the leather that I got for her. so that it wouldn't hurt my feelings. I don't think she did, but you know, like I really hope that she wasn't just saying it's nice. It does smell nice, you know. I think she enjoyed like seeing it in like, you know, the smell. It smells very nice. What's loud? What did I smack? Oh, was it the explosion? Or is it the music? Is the music too loud? Let me know, guys. If the music's not playing, that's also of concern. That's terrible, Tofu. We're not talking about how mom used to treat you, okay? Yeah, we're not talking about how mom used to treat you with regards to summer. The background sounds fine. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I'm constantly worried because I am never entirely sure whether or not the background music sounds good and is at the right levels. See, I told you guys, like it takes me about 30 minutes to a linear foot of stitching, but like holy shit, the longer these threads get, the longer it's gonna take me outside of like a linear foot. And I think this is just slightly over. My god, I think I might have also cut this thread too long, and that was my mistake. Oh, I missed a question, didn't I? Pay for the newest version of the editing software because you didn't want the watermark on your video. Oh, okay. I use I honestly use I use DaVinci. I don't know if you're keen on learning another video editing software. They're all very much the same, but I use DaVinci, and that's like 100% free. There's a paid version that adds like a bunch of extra things that you probably will never use. But DaVinci itself is free. There's no watermarks, etc. You know, highly recommend that one. It lets me do a lot of the things that I need to do. You know, if you've ever seen any of the weird, stupid TikTok clips I put up, you know, I do those in DaVinci now because Join Combo is going out of business. I end up with a bunch of... No, you mean with the leather. No, I mean, like, that's the thing, though. Like, we just call that inventory, right? You use Filmora. I think you mentioned that before. I just, like, the entire thing, though, is that, like, I don't want to pay for a license, you know what I mean? And I don't want to, you know, pirate anything, realistically. So, getting something that's, like, free and open source and everything that works really well is good. It decided to break itself and you couldn't fix it. Fuck. I think... Do you know how to edit your registry? You might be able to fix it if you, 1, uninstall it, 2, go to your registry and uninstall any of those settings and files. Wow, it's taking that a little bit. On your registry. I think that's the fix for that. I think the tool is regedit, R-E-G-E-D-I-T. I haven't done it in like years, so I wouldn't even know where to begin, or even if it like works the same in current Windows as it did in like fucking, I don't know how many years ago I used regedit to like uninstall something completely so that it had no registry information. But I remember having an issue like that with a piece of software, and then uninstalling the registry files fixed it. But don't uninstall the other registry files for other programs because you could end up fucking them up, right? More skills is always good, Hunter, you know? I'd learned Filmora, but apparently it's... You gotta pay every year, so screw that shit. I don't want to pay for nothing. That's not true. I pay for things that I have to. OpenShot does everything. DaVinci... Why does OpenShot sound familiar? Do I have a tab open for OpenShot? I feel like I looked it up recently. But hey, shit, so long as it's fucking free too, you know what I mean? Because like the video editing software that's on most Windows computers is trash, right? I mean, like, it's not trash, it's just, it's not great. It's not useful. It's very underpowered, and sometimes it's just a pain in the ass to even, like, you know, change things like resolution, you know. If you have a Mac machine, you know, I think that it comes with all that software. That was one of the selling points for like the longest time, was like all the good video and photo editing softwares on Macs. But then you're running a Mac and you're a fucking idiot. That's not true. Maybe you've just been tricked. A lot of people get tricked by Apple. Fucking Apple machines are fucking terrible. I'm sorry everybody uses an iPhone. Wait, so there's a period... Wait, do you not upload during the winter then, Hunter? Oh. Maybe you should spread out your uploads then. Because I feel like YouTube's algorithm wants people to upload regularly. You know what I mean? You use an iPhone, ew. So you probably saw it when I was looking into DaVinci. Probably. No, but I feel like I looked into it recently too for whatever reason. I can't remember why I would do that. Maybe I wanted to try something else. I don't even know. God, I don't even know anymore. All these days are blurring together. You know, and now the fucking winter's basically here, at least in North America. I don't know if you guys, anybody here is somewhere else, but in North America, we got the winter. I don't like winter. It's cold. I don't like the cold. I prefer it to like the summer, solely because, sorry baby girl, my cat's name is Summer, solely because summer is just too goddamn like warm, you know what I mean? And also because that's when the bugs come out, and like there's no ice beetles, right? There's no ice, there's no frost bees, thankfully. We're not in Dungeons and Dragons land. I don't have to worry about like acid cazadors, you know. But well, yeah, if they all center around like the hunting season and when you can get good footage, you know, or maybe you can like, well, I only say this because, you know, again, YouTube's got its own fucking rules, and these can change at any goddamn moment. But you know, like having an upload or two during the winter also maintains what's it called, interest, I guess, in the channel. I don't even know. It's, again, like I mentioned to you earlier, I don't think people legitimately go to channels specifically to unsubscribe or to unfollow unless there's been some slight, you know what I mean? Some perceived slight, you know? Like most of the time people just kind of like learn to ignore it, unless like they actually hate the person that runs the channel or the face of the channel. So no, but that does make sense, Hunter. So especially because, like, you know, with your job and everything, I'm assuming you don't really have too much to do at work during the winter either, right? I guess that's sort of an assumption too, which I probably should make. I shouldn't make assumptions, you know. I figured that your job is more fair weather leaning, you know. You're semi-retired. Ooh. Actually, I kind of am too, aren't I? I'd like to find another fucking job. I applied to a bunch of jobs yesterday. The count's at currently 175. 175 applications. Somebody did contact me about a virtual interview, but it was one of those jobs that I applied to having very little of the qualifications for. So I'm very curious as to why they are even interested. You know? Yesterday I applied to like a few weird jobs. Like I applied to a lingerie designer job. And I was just like, you know what? I know what I like, and I'm pretty sure other guys will like it too. Let's see. You gotta have the boobies, and you gotta have the underwear. And sometimes the underwear doesn't do much. That's for daddy. So, you know, worst comes to worst, if they even ask me too many questions, I'll be like, listen, I watched Atelier on Netflix. I think I can handle this shit, okay? Now tell me, who is my new gay best friend? Because I think the guy was gay in Atelier. I'm not entirely sure. Like, it's not important, right? But it's just like, I just, let me know who my gay friend is, god damn it. I want to have a gay work friend. You gotta have a gay work friend. You gotta have somebody that you could gossip with. Talk about who's getting fat, and who might be pregnant, and who hooked up at the office Christmas party. You know, that kind of shit. Okay, so like basically it's like reduced workloads then for you. Actually, in my last job I didn't have a gay friend. I think we were all straight there. Huh. Weird. I think it's weird when there's like no gay person. You know what I mean? Weird. Very weird. Yeah. Everybody was very heteronormative. Shit. It's weird because it's New York, right? I'm in New York. I'm in New York City, you know? And so like when I don't, you know, like have LGBTQ coworkers, I always think to myself, like, this is strange. I should have at least. Why is that stitched like that? Oh no. It's fine on this side. Why is it doing that? Did that come out crooked? Oh, you know what? It'll fix itself, I think. Hey, Bellic. How you doing? Bellic, are you 100% yet? Oh, this is a turquoise pull-up leather from Badalassi, Carlo. It's a tannery in Italy. I bought this specifically because everybody seems to like this color. No, I bought it specifically because it's like, you know, in that range of what my girlfriend tells me are her favorite colors, right? Like these dark bluish greens, right? And so I saw this and I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I actually have some more of this in violet purple coming for a wallet that I'm gonna make for my mother, and in Bordeaux, which is like a deep blood ox red, like an ox blood red. And that's going to be for a portfolio holder that I'm going to be making for myself, because when I start to like actually go to job interviews in person, I need something to hold my portfolio. And my dumbass was like, you know, now that I'm going to be going for interviews, I'm going to need a portfolio holder. I need to get a nice portfolio holder to hold my portfolios and all of my credentials and work samples. And God, that's going to be expensive. I don't even know what I want in it. It's just like, I guess, like thinking to myself and then realizing, wait a minute, you're a fucking leather worker. You can make one of those, you dumb motherfucker. So then I got to drawing. I never finalized anything, but you know, like I kind of have an idea of what I need and how much leather it's going to require. Sorry. Oh, that's fair, Hunter. I guess that makes sense too, right? Because like, if every year it's like, oh yeah, this is what's on, you know, like this is my trail cam stuff. I mean, like you can do certain videos that are like roughly the same content, but with like new variations on it, right? Like the content of your trail cam videos is not always going to be the same, right? Like occasionally you get like a funny video of like, you know, some hiker out there just like peeing, right? Or of course you got to blur the face and also the genitals. But you know, like there's some variation to the things that you're putting up there, but I understand too, like, I wouldn't want to just go like, well, time to show you guys how I get the same trail cams from the same locations. Actually, this one we moved over a little bit because I noticed that they were starting to not come down this way ever since Bob got shot. Bob being the name of that deer. Just a little tired. You gotta make sure to drink plenty of water, right? And, you know, don't push yourself too much, because I know that, like, you know, especially because, like, you're getting better and you want to catch up on things that you needed to take care of. But, like, just focus on getting to 100% first. Especially because, like, you've also been, like, working the whole time, right? It was really only, like, a one-day thing for you. But, like, you know, you're going to work full-time while you're sick. That's not... You're probably going to be, like, extra tired, you know what I mean? A project in all leather. No, they won't let me make a building out of leather. I mean, technically you can, right? There's like tents and other temporary structures that you can do in leather. Tensegrity structures you can do in leather, as well as what's it called? What's the other one called? Reverse pressure buildings. I think that's what they're called. Essentially like those big inflated buildings and inflatable buildings, right? The problem is the material costs way too much. Usually those buildings are made out of plastics, because plastics can be gotten for cheap for large swaths of it. Whereas if I were to tell you how much a hide would cost, you'd be like, well, fuck that, actually. You know? Bacon fettuccine alfredo night. Should have it again tonight. So there's two answers to that. One is if you really want to, go for it. Two, if you're worried at all about your cholesterol, I would say wait a few days, you know? Cause that's not the kind of thing that's for like every day. Like it's really the Alfredo, right? If you have like bad cholesterol or whatever, you know, like the Alfredo is pretty heavy in the fat and everything, right? But realistically, you know, there's also the whole YOLO, right? You guys remember YOLO? There was this Chinese television advertisement where they had like a bunch of Chinese celebrities from like mainland China. I think it was on TVB. They were singing this song that just for whatever reason, I guess because it was a buzzword in the West, they would just sing YOLO YOLO, and it was just like, they don't know what the fuck that means, do they? But it was like the song. God, I gotta look that up later and like fucking share it on social media. It's one of the weirdest fucking things I ever saw. I was at an ex's place and they were like playing. She's like, oh yeah, they're doing that YOLO song. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's just like, because it's topical, they're just singing about YOLO. It's like, but the lyrics had nothing to do about you only live once. It was more about like, oh, that's a buzzword, just work it into this fucking vanity project. Okay. Ugh. It was because of that, it just seems so fucking silly. YOLO YOLO. I remember that was like the cadence, and I was like, that even sounds terrible. YOLO YOLO. Hey Bunny, how you doing? Wait, someone told me to take a drink. Oh, fuck me. Bunny, why? Bunny, don't do that. Bunny, don't do that. It has 4 strips of bacon. No, it's not the bacon that's the concern there. It's the Alfredo sauce. I have to take a drink, then I have to tell Reaper to take a drink. Otherwise, we're both gonna dry out. That doesn't count, by the way. That was the last of my tea. I have water here, though. I do have to do a bean now, and that's terrible. This is your fault, Bunny. I swear to God. You're a monster. I'm kidding. Thank you, Bunny. Really, real talk. Don't spend your money on this dumbass. On this dumbass. I'm not calling you a dumbass. I realized after I said the sentence that it could be construed that way. I meant to say, don't spend your money on this dumbass, not on this dumb. Never mind. I'm not calling you a dumbass. I gotta do a bean. Let me finish this row and then I'll do the bean. In fact, not row. What's it called? This thing. How are you, by the way, Bun? Bunny, thank you by the way for sharing the thing on the social media to try to get more people to vote for me. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't believe I belong on Streamer of the Year. Hashtag vote for my dumbass, please. Hashtag I just it's weird. I don't even know why I'm up there. You let your sub auto renew? Can you turn that off? I'm just gonna spend the money on cocaine. That's a joke for legal reasons. I do not have a real cocaine problem, and if you have a drug problem, please guys, I don't let it get too bad. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Don't let it get too bad. I actually think that, you know, most drugs are kind of fine so long as you control it. You control it, not let it control you. You know, but some people can't. I've heard heroin is fantastic. I've heard it's too good, and that's why you shouldn't do heroin. Like, it's too good. You'll enjoy yourself too much. That's why you shouldn't start. Your sub. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna. No. I keep saying I'm gonna turn off my affiliate, but then my emotes. I wanted them so much, and now that I have them, it's like, this is a curse. This is a curse. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm a terrible person. First of all, I'm not. This is not. Well, this is not supposed to be child labor. You know, NAFTA made it child labor. God, this is one of the reasons why I'll never touch Nike again. You know, like, I don't know how many times they've been caught doing fucking child labor. I left my glue open. Child labor violations, you know? Like, it's fucking terrible. It's comically evil at this point. Although, I guess evil's a value judgment. I was trying to explain this to my girlfriend, actually, and this is like a weird take, but I personally don't actually think that evil is a real thing, so much as, like, it's just people's the way that people want to do things, which can be construed as, like, kind of fucked up, you know? But I don't think, like, evil itself is, like, a real thing, you know? I think people just want to label things as evil because, like, the negative connotation establishes it as something to be rallied against, you know? But, and I was trying to explain to her, because, like, she was, like, saying, you know, like, people up there are like, why do people do evil things? It's like, I don't think they don't think they're doing evil things. They think that they're doing what's best for either, you know, their interests or their family or their people or whatever, you know? It's a weird conversation to even have. But, you know, because it was like the follow-up to that was just like, I mean, realistically, there's nobody actually out there who's, like, cackling maniacally to themselves going, I'm evil and I love it. Right? Like, Elon Musk doesn't do that, right? But a lot of people think of Elon Musk, or no, Jeff Bezos is probably a better choice, but, like, both of them, really. You know, like, they don't think of themselves as evil. They just think of themselves as, like, I have the most toys, you know? And they're trying to get more toys, you know, because of greed. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil, you know? Anyway, sorry for the weird tangent there. There we go. Let's put this through. Come on, come on, come on. I don't want to go through the thread. I want to go above the thread. Fuck you, thread. I hate you, thread. You son of a bitch. There we go. All right. Two categories. Oh, yes. The other is the leatherworking, which was like, I was just like, I guess, you know, we're kind of done with that. Let me eat this fucking bean. But yeah, I'm nominated for also, like, it's a hobby stream, but, like, it's I do want to, like, I find myself enjoying it much more, you know what I mean, than, like, actually what I used to do. Not that I didn't love it either. When I was in the in the office doing architecture shit. Let's get a bean. I can't even touch this. Take a brief break to feed the munchkin. You know how it is, guys. Sometimes the cat is like, "Hey, did you know that I require sustenance on a daily basis?" Like, no shit, Sherlock. No, you can't say it to her like that. Imagine talking to the kids like that, just like, "No shit, you little bastard." You don't want to teach them. You don't want to teach them colorful new language like that they'll take to class, you know? So, anyway, fed the munchkin, made some tea, went to the bathroom, and we're back. I had to finish this off. I didn't finish it before. I was kind of like, as much as I enjoy the stitching part, and we did use too much thread. As much as I enjoy the stitching part, there's a certain part where it's just like, all right, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. The sound in the background is loud. I was told it was good. All right, hold on. Let's see, music from outside source. Thank you for telling me though. I'm lowering it to that a little bit. It's loud for you. All right, no, it's fine. I'll lower it a little bit. Is that better? Is that better? Please let me know if that's better. I don't want it to like be overpowering. It's not gonna be on the VOD, thankfully. I've set it up so that it doesn't appear on the VOD, but like, you know, the background music is for you guys, because I feel like just hearing me ramble without anything else is just like, it's not listenable, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Okay, so I'm actually gonna finish these on the outside because it'll preserve how this looks here, right? It looks very like nice and clean and everything, right? And I think that the darkness of the outside will hide how it looks, how when we finish the ends by burning them, how that looks. I think it'll hide it pretty well, right? So I'm actually gonna bring this out one more time to the front. My rants are, I feel like they're Madman adjacent, like, just like, man, that's certainly a thing that someone with intense mental illness would think. There's nothing wrong with mental illness, guys, by the way. By the way, I tried to say I'll be waiting for Danny, the girl who's singing songs to me beneath the marquee. Over soul. By the way, I tried to say I'll be there. It's like, man, I don't know about you guys. It's weird the first time I found out that I actually liked some Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, because I was so used to hearing their music be like wild, untamed rock music. And then, what was it? I think it was Californication. I don't know what caused me to be curious enough to listen to that album, but I really like that album, and it's nothing at all like the songs that I heard from them in the past, right? Give It Away, and fuck, what was the other one? Aeroplane. Aeroplane's not really a wild song, but there was something about the album Californication that's more pensive, right? It's more self-reflective, and I think I like that in music, you know. Just gonna hammer these stitches down flat. Walsh! How are you doing, Walsh? Did you finish The Man Who Erased His Name? The first time I said that correctly ever? Holy shit. Just the song Californication. I feel like the entire album's pretty good, you know? Come here. Here's the refreshment, Walsh. It is my cat. Her name is Summer. She's a bad girl. She's a bad girl. Woo! Oh, she's trying to get away from me. You gotta give me one kiss. That should be on the OnlyFans, me kissing it. Never mind. Never mind. I don't actually like using that word. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're back. Walsh, how was your day? The last I saw you playing the man who erased his name, I was saying, it looked like you were playing as some dude in a red suit. And then I realized I can't fucking look at this right now. Cause that's probably fucking spoilers. I mean, I lurked, but I left. I was just like, I can't. I'm sure that it'll all make sense, and I'm sure that guy even like was like a brief appearance, or rather has a brief appearance in fucking Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. So, you know. Okay. I don't know about better than ever. I think things have gotten significantly worse. For one thing, I'm older, and therefore that much closer to the grave. Not that that's a bad thing. Yeah, sometimes you want it. No, I'm kidding. Please, if you have any inclinations like that, please don't give them power over you. And if you need help, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. I just they would be able to better help you than I could. I will just probably make things worse. Actually, real talk. I'm not good at it. I'm the worst at it, actually. Let's do this little thing here. Summer, this might be a little loud. Well, not good to think of it like that, actually, Hunter. Unless you actually live by a cemetery, in which case, yowza. But I bet your neighbors are quiet, right? What the fuck? Hey, god damn it! I look up for a second, and it's like, what the fuck's going on? Holy shit! Welcome in, everybody. I'm Dick Record, also known as Dick Record. Ethereal Smiles. How was your stream? I have this feeling that Shabazz has talked you into bringing the homies here. That was probably a mistake. I'm just going to embarrass us both. I'm probably just going to embarrass us both. I am actually one of history's greatest monsters. That's right. I'm the swamp that kills the horse at the end of the never-ending story. I'm kidding. I smell like it though. How was your stream? And welcome aboard, everybody. I'm Dick Record, also known as Dick Record. Right now, I am making it's hard to tell. I'm making a passport holder for my girlfriend out of this Italian leather from Badalassi Carlo in one of her favorite colors. But in addition to doing this, I also do video games where I complain bitterly about how I suck at video games, as well as Magic the Gathering streams where I just am terrible at Magic the Gathering. That's such a long time. And you know, the only times that I've ever streamed like that sort of crazy number is because I've forgotten to get up out of my seat. You know what I mean? It's just oh shit, you know, all of a sudden I better feed myself actually. So right now I'm doing some stitching. It's probably the last step for this project, you know. In fact, I'm gonna drink something right now. Got some green tea, sponsor of today's programming. And while I'm at that, I should actually go tell Reaper to drink something too, because somebody's got to keep her hydrated. Hey, she's back into... It says party animals. Maybe she changed it on her end. Let me go hit her up with the hydrate. She is celebrating her 3-year anniversary right now. Make sure that she drinks, and let her know. There we go. Ah, Hunter, you beat her to it. And you got Shabazz got Van Damme to swing by and shoot everything. I really love those fucking clips. So those clips are actually from this contest that I think it was College Humor had on their website to make a movie using clips of Van Damme, fully with Van Damme, you know, in them. They recorded those specifically for this contest, and wouldn't you know it, after after everything. I don't even know if anybody actually won. But at the end of it all, they took down all the clips, and now like it's really hard to find them. It took me a while to find them, and they get copyright claimed if you just use those videos. Okay. You know, I don't even know if I'm doing a good job keeping the stitching chisel straight. DTuber has it? Oh shit. Oh no. Can this work on here? Oh boy. I don't even know if I set this up to... Oh, okay. There we go. I should be very careful, shouldn't I? Let me set up the timer. Thank you, Shabazz. I totally missed it. I'm the worst at what we call reading? Yeah, I'm bad at reading. Let me do the timer. I didn't even show you guys the timer. All right. I'll just... Fuck it. 15, go. All right. At least there's no DTuber hands. There's no DTuber hands. That'd be weird, right? Can you imagine? Oh god. His hands are only 2 frames. I'm trying very hard not to hurt myself, guys. I know that some of you guys are only here because you want to see me hurt myself. I'm trying very hard not to make that happen. Trying. Succeeding is a different thing entirely, but we're trying. Haha. No. Hunter, you're a fucking fantastic hunter. You got that buck, dude. Holy shit. And then like you process the animal. Right? Did you do that by yourself or did you have help? I couldn't do that. I certainly wouldn't even know where to fucking start. I'd be like, I don't know what to do now. You know, I'd be very like I'd be scared and covered in blood. I guess that happens a lot. What? I'm like not even doing this in any particular order. I just like I made the marks and then I'm just like no, dip. Here we go. Oh, your brother, okay. That's cool. God, it must be like a ton of work too, because it's like, it's a whole animal, you know? You know? Are you saving the head? I'm pretty sure you've shown the footage, or not footage, pictures of the, of your other buck, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen pictures of your other trophy buck. Back on the stream, actually, even. Not even through the YouTube. I think I saw it on your stream. You know? Yeah. Huh. YouTube's weird about that sort of thing, though. I never know what they're gonna like say is okay and what's not okay. So I'm actually kind of curious if they would be okay with it. I guess they would be, right? Because like, pardon me, sorry. I've seen YouTube videos of people like dressing. What's it called? Not dressing. It's called something else. But breaking down fish, right? And there's no issue with that, you know. And fish are, you know, just as gory. Although they do, I guess they bleed out the bucks too. Man, this is incredibly cursed. I don't know why you guys like this. Because I'm just say that right now. You guys are into some strange stuff. Not trying to yuck your yum or anything, but oh, that's fair too. Like, I don't think my girlfriend would want to be on stream, so I don't think she'd ever like show up on a stream. You know what I mean? Not that I stream while she's here. You know, I don't. But like, you know, some people want to be want to lead more private lives. You know, I respect that. That's fine. Especially considering like how creepy corporations can get with regards to like your private life versus what's actually like public knowledge, you know? Threading some needles so we could stitch this little thing over here. I say little thing, but it's actually fairly important. And I've never done it this way. I plan to do it this way for like all the other passport holders I've made, and then I didn't do it because as I was about to do it, I was just like, nah, that looks like a pain in the ass, actually. which never really should be the thing. You know, like everything should be, does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Because it's better to find out whether or not something works, or if it doesn't work, than to just never even try. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's see. Try to put this through here. Not through the bottom. Gotta be through the bottom. I was trying to fix this earlier. Ow. Blunted tips, very good. Shabazz, you love it. All right. See, that's why we got the blunted tip. If I would have tried to push that through earlier, it would have went right into my finger. But because these tips on these needles are blunted, I didn't hurt myself. Granted, I have I have a thimble, and I'm supposed to use that, and I just don't. It's not like a masculinity thing. It's not like I'm sitting here going, man, thimbles are for pussies. It's just like, I just don't use it. I just don't. I couldn't tell you why. I just don't. Maybe it's just like my brain's just like, nah, that's too many steps for something that might not come into play. But real talk, guys, you should be wearing your protective gear if you have to, for anything that you guys do, you know? Actually, I meant to ask Hunter, because like I was thinking about it, like, right, and I know that like when you operate any firearm, you really should be wearing ear protection. Part of me was just like, man, I wouldn't want to hear everything, but then I know that will fuck up my ears, right? Because like you got those big you know, the ear covering, so that you don't like ruin your hearing, which is the correct thing to do. I just know, like, you know, if I was out there, I'd be like, I want to hear everything, so I'd be like scrambling to put it on as if I had to like make a shot, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I'd probably be the worst hunter, actually, now that I think about it, right? That's why I'm just the dick record, and you're the one-armed hunter. I'm only good for one thing, and that's for wrecking dicks. What? What was the other thing that does that very well? The Candiru fish from the Amazon. I don't know if you guys know what a Candiru fish is. If you don't know what a Candiru fish is, do not look that shit up. It will traumatize you for the rest of your life, and that's the kind of knowledge that you cannot forget, because it's fucked up. But it is also just like biology and nature and shit, but like, oh my god. Do not look up Candiru fish if you don't already know what it is. Oh! Okay, so they block out sound from the outside, but they have speakers inside. Okay, that's kind of cool. But yeah, like no, I was remarking on that. Like it's good that you're using hearing protection, because like those things are fucking loud, you know. I've fired a gun at a range 2 separate occasions. You know, they just kind of like let us, you know, have at it. They was like, here's your bullets, just go nuts, right? Both times in North Carolina. You know, it's a nice place over there. We have homies from North Carolina. If I ever went back to North Carolina, although I don't know if I would, I'd probably be like, you guys have to show me places other than Duck Donuts, because I've been to Duck Donuts too many times. And while I love Duck Donuts, hashtag not sponsored, I probably should eat things other than Duck Donuts. Hunter, did you figure out what you were going to have for dinner? I know what I'm going to have. It's likely a chicken cutlet, asparagus, and some rice and beans. My mother makes very good beans, like Spanish beans. She's not Spanish, she's Chinese, but she makes very good Spanish beans. The gravy and everything. She uses smoked pork neck bones for the umami factor, and for most of you guys, I don't even think I've ever really had like Spanish beans. Heels might know what I'm talking about, but yeah, like people really like her beans, so she brought me a pot and I'm slowly chipping away at it. I don't think I'm gonna finish it anytime soon though, because like, you know, I don't want to eat it every day. Fairly salty. Not too salty, but it's like fairly salty. Take a drink. How dare you? How dare you? I'm going back in there. Cheese balls and crackers? Okay. Let me get a little more tea there. Time to drink. There we go. Some good old tea. You're gonna head to bed? Alright, Shabazz. Thank you for the raid. Water bottle fell. Thank you for the raid earlier. Thank you for pointing out the redeem that I fucking missed. And thank you for talking ethereal smiles. Wait, did I get that right? Ethereal smiles? Or ethereal realm. No, ethereal smile. What? No. Am I saying this right? Ethereal smiles. Yeah. Thank you for talking them into rating me earlier. Very sweet of you. But you have sweet dreams, okay? I want you to have a good night and sweet dreams. I want you to dream about, let's see. Not slurm, okay? It's too late to be having slurm, okay? I don't want you drinking slurm this late. You can keep you up all night. Fuck. What should you dream of? Something sweet, something sweet, something sweet, something sweet. Ooh, kitty kisses. Kitty kisses right on the nose. Right on the nose, little kitty kisses. There we go. Kitty kisses right on the nose. Alright. I will try. I will try. Can't guarantee anything. The sky could fall. The sky could fall in like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? But yeah, have sweet dreams of kitty kisses right on the nose. Just a little boop, boop. Bobby used to do that. He used to give me little boops with the nose. He would just stick it out and be like, "What's the matter?" Like, and give him a little boop on the nose. Boop. Nose to nose. I was like, "Aw, he's a good boy." Then again, like when we first got him, he's like, he wasn't supposed to live with us, but you could tell he was just sucking up because he was just like, "I want to stay here." It's like, you're trying to endear yourself to us humans. You know, worked. Cute little shit. Adorable little bastard. Just tell him he's lucky he's very cute. You know? And everyone thinks that too. Like, I mean, look at him. It's like right there. You know, that photo. Him, bow tie, right? Very cute. Very handsome little guy. His birthday's right around now, actually. You know? Or what I assume is his birthday. We weren't there when he was born, you know? He was a stray. But we always sort of assumed that his birthday was right around Thanksgiving, considering I think we got him he was like kind of a few weeks old when we got him. And that was in the winter. Around Christmas, actually. My mom wanted to name him Jingles. I vetoed that. I vetoed that so fucking hard. I was just like, no, we can't name a cat Jingles. That's disrespectful to his proud cat heritage, okay? Jingles. I should remind her of that shit. Jingles. Christ. A terrible name for a cat. I have a friend who keeps catching shit from his family because he did not really bother to name his cat anything. He just calls it Kitty. I mean, it's fine, you know, like it's as long as it responds and it knows, you know. It's 100% better than Jingles. Holy shit. Oh god, never name your cat Jingles. I don't care who you are. Jingles the Christmas cat. There's no little golden book about him yet. One day, I should submit a script. Jingles the Christmas cat. Fuck no, get out of here. You imagine? I'm really glad I picked up these needles though. These John James needles. Every leather worker YouTube channel I've seen is just like, yeah, you got to use the John James, and they're right. Like these are much better than what I was using before. I was just using like these cheap needles from like this kit that I bought. You know, I bought a kit that like allegedly had everything, and then I slowly have come to replace most of the tools in there with like something that's just better. Obvious, like, you know, when you don't know, you don't know. So whatever. Grand total of like $30 lost. Although there's a lot of stuff in that kit. There's like thread and shit. It's like a lot of thread, multiple colors. You know, my first set of stitching chisels in there, and I don't use them anymore simply because like there's too much drag on them. They had painted. They're painted black. Lurk, you're a jerk. Nah, you're fine, dude. You're not a jerk. I'll show you I'm kidding. Although I do have the VTuber on. I could start like fapping and no one would be able to tell. I'm not going to. I'm just saying I could. But you're not a jerk for lurking. Thank you for the lurk, dude. I guess I can make like rhythmic fapping sounds and you guys wouldn't know. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that either. Oh. Speak of the devil. It is the time for ending this. VTuber off. There we go. See? Timer's over. Well, you can hear it. Fuck it. The screen's not gonna show it off. Shut up. Oh god. I thought I was gonna play a game after this. And it's just like, no, you get to finish this and that's it. I thought this was gonna be a quick part of the stream and then I would get to move on to like some Renfield. Fucking Mirage and I were talking about Renfield the other day. It's just it's wild. I'm still like blown away about the fact that Renfield has a game. And like if you look at the credits for Renfield, the game, it brings up the Universal Monsters, which they were trying to like, they were trying to reboot at one point, which is why the Mummy, well, the Mummy's had 2 reboots essentially, right? Because like they wanted to. So, you know, that whole The Mummy series, that was always a Universal Monsters type deal. They were trying to basically bring the Universal Monsters back into the spotlight. You know, the Wolfman, the Mummy, and Dracula. So, like, the first series was successful, right? The Mummy as a series was a successful series. Then they rebooted it because I guess everybody got too old. You know, people stopped seeing Brendan Fraser and things. He sort of had a bad public image because he showed up one time outside after you could tell the man was devastated. He had a very bad divorce, you know? And you could tell, you could just see it in his eyes, right? So the paparazzi ate that shit up, which, goddamn, that sucks, dude. Like, real talk, I fucking hate the paparazzi, you know? I think the dude deserves privacy. But no, there's these fucking vultures hanging around, taking photos of him at his lowest moment. I think he got an Oscar though for fucking, what was it? Shit. Something recent. Was it The Whale? He won an award for something recently. You know, I didn't see it, but like, you know, Brendan Fraser always struck me as like, you know, fine actor, right? Good guy all around, right? You know, no scandals, nothing creepy. No one says anything bad about him. It's just like, yeah, it's fun working with Brendan Fraser. He was Encino Man. There we go. As a kid, Encino Man was fun. As an adult, why did I waste my time watching Encino Man? Whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, you know, dude's back, right? Apparently did a very good job in Doom Patrol. Didn't see that show. Ooh, I know the ending though. It's one of those shows that like was very well acclaimed, but nobody saw. Which is a shame because apparently, well, it was on, I think it was on like Paramount or one of those direct streaming services that like very few people even have. So it's just like, great, you have a limited audience and you're gonna try to like measure how well it's doing based solely on the limited audience that has access to it. That's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like if the yardstick is just like how well it performs considering like, you know, very few people can even watch it in the first place, I don't think that that's gonna be I don't think you're gonna get the numbers, you know. And if you're thinking that people are gonna subscribe for like one show, I mean, maybe, but bold of you to make that assumption, Mr. Potter. I couldn't think of anyone else to say at the end of that. Maybe I should have said like Mr. Bond. Mr. Bond, bold of you to make that assumption. Bold of you to make that assumption, Gandalf. There you go. There you go. Gandalf fits at the end of every sentence. We're out of cheese doodles, Gandalf. Do you know where... You know where your children are, Gandalf? Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna do the rest of the stitching now. Right along the edge of that. So let me clear some space here, actually. I get overwhelmed kind of easily when there's like too many things in front of me. I don't know why I closed that like that. Here we go. I'm gonna use that in a second. Gonna use that in a second. Don't need this or this. I could sit in my lap though. It's okay. Everyone is a jerk to somebody. I'm sure that there's like people that I've never had interaction with that like think I'm a jerk just because of like how I don't pay attention to like them. You know what I mean? I'm sure that happened, especially in fucking university. Oh man. University is a weird time. Ah, that's right. Thing is on the other side of this. Okay. So I think we have to do this stitching from this side back. Because this button will warp our the flatness of this. You need to do, well, you don't need to, but like it feels like you end up having to do that. No, I think we still have to do it from the other side because it's easier to. No. All right, so wing divider. Wing dividing. Should I have sanded this down? Maybe. We're getting like a bit of a stumble as we round that corner. Go. Stop turning. Fucking ruler. I swear to God. So, for this project in particular, I know that I've said that this is for my girlfriend, much like the wallet. If you've seen the wallet, you'll have noticed that like I worked her name into it. And I'm not doing that with this because that was like proof of concept, but like I don't like fully trust it, you know, as a feature, especially for something like this where there's less layers of leather for me to work with. It would have been harder for me to figure that shit out, but also what's it called? Oh, you know what? I could just do this here, like this, off the edge of the table. That's kind of visible, right? Do this off the edge of the table here. The music on? It is, right? Okay. You were called useless the other day. The fuck? The person must be an asshole. Don't listen to that guy. Or whoever it was. I'm assuming it was a guy, but fuck that person. Usually people want to project their own what's it called? Feelings of inadequacy onto others, you know. I'm sure that they had like no reason to even say that to you. It's weird, you know, people just sort of like doing shit like that, and it's like realistically that person needs to see a therapist. I mean, I say that to everybody, but like a lot of people should see therapists too, but you know, it's hard to convince everybody. I will still be the Johnny Appleseed of therapists in therapy. Except, you know, I guess Johnny Appleseed probably got laid a lot more. It's a weird joke. I don't even know if that lands. But yeah, fuck that guy. Probably fucking the most impotent person you've probably encountered that day, you know? Let's see. Let's use the 2 here. 2. Actually, no, I should be using the 4. I shouldn't throw these either. I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to kind of make a mark. Okay. Perfect. And then we need the 2. So I can punch through here. Part of me wishes I had a 3 in 5mm on center. And then this can go through these 2 fairly easily. Let's do the same down here, actually. Get this, put that there, and tap. And then we'll put this through there. Okay. And then we'll put this through here. Alrighty. And then we will put this through here. Actually, we need the 2, don't we? Huh. You know what? Let's take that down a little bit further because I don't want to split that like there. So right there, if this is too close to there, I feel like this. I should put this like this. All right. So if we punch through straight through there, right, like that, this prong right here. Let me get something to point at. This prong right here will be too close to the edge of this, and so it could lead to that tearing. Well, I don't think that that'll actually cause any issues in the future. I would just rather that not tear. So I'm actually going to move it down ever so slightly, even though it'll make the stitching a little bit off. You know what? I should do that actually I should gauge that from the edge of this. So let's do that. Tap. Because the corner will be a place where there's going to be like some what's it called, a little bit of a give regardless, like on the other side. So let's take advantage of that and try to make it work to this side, if that makes any sense, right? So we did the corner. I like how I don't have the answers, but I can figure out solutions as we go. We're just gonna tap to put in guide holes, if that makes sense. Hold on. We'll do one less there because I want to see where this is gonna land. Okay, so it could either go there or it can go. God damn, that's actually roughly perfect to where it would have been. I still don't like that. I think I'm just gonna move it down ever so slightly. I don't like that personally, on a personal level. So these 2 holes will be a little bit closer. Actually, where's my 1? I'll eyeball these. Let's make this here. Let's put this between those two, which would be like roughly there. We'll do the same thing with the top. You know, just little taps. We don't have to go hard yet. We're not punching these through yet. These are punched through all the way. Wait, one over. Clear that off. A little bit of debris. And then do this from here, roughly there. And we're gonna take a punch a little bit below it, but we can put this all the way through. Because it'll just gonna go through there very easily. And then one between the two. Right between the eyes. Haha. So it looks very nice and neat. I probably should have done that at the bottom too. Yeah, I didn't do it down there. Okay. Alright, so let's punch these all the way through. You know what? It should be like this, actually. That way I could see straight down. Let's move this over here. Okay, that's all the way through. Almost dropped my hammer. I put it in my lap. Have another mute board. Now that I think about it. These aren't all the way through. Okay. I think this anvil came with another one, which is weird. Not weird. I didn't expect it. I had this anvil since like the middle. Whoops! As I smack my camera again. I think I've had this anvil since like the middle of the year, and I just keep forgetting that I even own it, you know? It's such a useful thing, and it's just like, no, anvil, I don't use an anvil. Because it absorbs like so much of the force, the downward force, and also reciprocates it so that like when you're hammering down, you have to put in less force. Granted, I don't really have a lot of space to wind up to hammer, so when I'm not streaming this, I have so much more space. But every once in a while, I just like to like show these things off, you know, show off the amount of care and work that goes into these things. All right. Because realistically, like my leather crafting is actually sort of born of this passion for wanting to make things, you know. And like hoping to cultivate an appreciation for crafted goods with you guys, you know? It's a thing that I really care about. I wish we had more makers here, you know, in the US. We do. We have a lot of makers, but like I wish we had like more people that were like the homegirl Sadie's actually not that Sadie. I know I met a new friend named Sadie the other day. She's doing a Leathercraft stream right now actually, and she's a cool chick. She does fetish wear too, which is kind of cool. You know, she's got like she's been into it like a lot longer too, so she has like a much more developed space for her work. And she has like all sorts of neat tools. She uses a stitching machine. She has a Singer, which is cool. I don't think I'll ever do non-hand stitched. I just like the product that you get from hand stitching so much more. Let's put this here, and then we'll put one between these two. Plus, what was it called? The lock stitch. I don't trust them. I don't trust lock stitches. You get a much faster product, but it's less like, so the thing about the stitch that I'm doing, it's called a saddle stitch, and if one thread comes out, it's fine. It's actually quite fine. You could probably like hand repair it at the moment, but it won't completely unravel itself. But if you've ever like had a piece of clothing have a stitch come out and then the entire thing just kind of like unravels itself, that's what happens with lock stitches. Again, I'm not saying it's worse. I don't like it, but it's much more efficient. That's what I'm getting at, right? You just have like a machine that does your stitching. If I were to machine stitch one, of these things, like instead of like this taking an hour, this would be like done. You know, it's less than a minute. But I like how much more it looks when you hand stitch these things, you know? I like the quality of the product, you know? And there are just certain things that you can't do with machine. But, you know, it's also that much more time consuming. So, alright, this is ready to stitch. Gonna need just as much thread as we did the first time, so probably should get some more white thread. I thought about picking up what's it called? Another color of waxed polycord. Even though I have other colors, but it's just like I don't know if I'll use it, you know? Like if I wanted to get like a fun color for, let's say, making bag charms, it would only be good for like making that specific bag charm. And then outside of it, it's just like, oh, like I'm not gonna use that, like I'm not gonna use like, I don't know, pink for this, right? I think that pink would go poorly against. Pink as a color doesn't match up with a lot of other colors. And it's so weird. Well, pink is not really a color anyway. Pink is like a shade. Because it's one of the colors that you get when you mix an existing color with white. Same thing for grays and like I think maroon is technically a shade for much the same reason. You mix dark gray with red to get maroon. But they're shades, you know? Black is a shade, white's a shade, you know? They're not technically colors. Granted, that's like very much, what do they call it? School book definitions of color theory and whatever. Not even theory, you know? But like your colors are like red, yellow, blue, and then all the colors that you can make from those colors. By mixing those colors, right? But then black and white don't exist. They're kind of like constructs. It's weird. I'm probably getting so much of that wrong too. Oh well. Alright, so getting these stitching needles ready. I shouldn't pull these over the thing that we're going to be stitching, because you want to keep the area clean and you don't want to get like stuff on it. And every time I thread a needle, it sheds so much wax because it's waxed polycord, right? So we start up here and we come back down here, and so that way it sort of matches like the other side. I have another song stuck in my head now and I hate it. And Persona's not helping. Oh god, so the new Persona's out, Tactica, Persona 5 Tactica, and I do want to play it one of these days. I'll pick it up. just mainly because I enjoy spending, you know, time with those characters, right? And ogling on, and Makoto, and every other female character except for Futaba and Five Head. What's her name? Haru. Absolutely adored Five and Strikers. Part of me doesn't even think I got enough Strikers, but that game is fucking hard. I'm not playing that shit again. I don't even know if that game has an easy mode, but that game is originally... Strikers, though. Strikers should have a better place in my heart. You know what I mean? Because, like, if not for Strikers, I probably wouldn't have met Inari. She raided us while we were playing Strikers, you know? And she's an amazing cosplayer. Cool chick, you know? She actually, what was it? She got to enter her Vash the Stampede costume at Anime NYC. As like a featured contestant. That was really cool. She cosplayed as Vash the Stampede. At first I was like, wait a minute, wait. Like, I didn't understand what was going on with the costume, and then like I saw her in it, not in person. She posted pictures, and I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. It's an amazing costume. Wait, let's do the other side first. Hold on. It's an amazing costume. She made like everything by hand too. Like, she does that. Like, she has an Aerith cosplay. Aerith. It's hard to say that. I grew up saying Eris or aerosol. She has this Aerith cosplay. Aerith cosplay. She made the dress, like, just based on reference images. She sewed the entire thing by hand. Or, well, she has a singer. She has not a singer. I don't know if it's a singer. She has a sewing machine. She made the entire thing, you know? That fucking thing looks amazing. Amazing cosplay. She made her Vash the Stampede cosplay. The whole like jacket that he wears, she made that, you know? I forget how much work she put into the wig, but that wig is like sculpted. It almost looks like there's so much product in it that it's like a helmet. Hey, what's up, Frank? Oh shit. That was not supposed to go through there. Wow, okay, I got lucky. I was not paying attention. I put the needle through the same hole, so it just came back out the other side. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That could have been bad. How you doing, Frying Pan? Did you platinum Mirage yet? I was just rambling over one of our homies cosplayed as Vash the Stampede recently at Anime NYC. Like, she worked so hard on this costume, and then, like, you know, at first they didn't have room for her, and then at like the last minute somebody dropped, and so they contacted her. I guess she was like a first runner-up, and they were like, if you're still available. Oh man. And so, like, she got to show off this amazing cosplay that she made of Vash the Stampede. Hey, what's up, Tay? How you doing? How's your evening been? Whoop. I keep smacking my cameras. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm the worst streamer. You did? Okay. Now that other person can finally get at it. Shit. I'm smacking every... And this thing is, like, snagged on my wing divider. Alright, I'm putting my wing divider away. I don't need that out here. Oh, yeah. No, that's... I remember that much. I didn't really pay attention to Trigun back in the day, you know? Like, I remember it being aired on, like, I think Adult Swim. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, because, like, I don't know. There was something about it that, like, didn't really vibe with me. I guess I was too self-serious at the time, and so, like, you know, like, the first episode where he's doing all these, like, weird, you know, slapstick hijinks, and I'm just like, nah, this ain't for me. This ain't serious enough. And then I went to go on and, like, have deep conversations about Bible Black or something. I don't know. Aww. Okay. Listen, shit, man. It's free. Fuck it, right? There's other games. Whatever. there's probably too many games. That person who's probably waiting for it is like, they have like a massive backlog, you know? Everybody's got a massive backlog because there's too many fucking games. There's too many fucking games. I make no dent in my backlog. I was watching this dude, his YouTube channel, Daryl Plays Games. He made a video a year ago about how he's gonna clear out his backlog. And so like he calculates how many hours it's gonna be, and it's like 1,600 hours, right? 1,600 hours and change to clear out his backlog, you know. And the rule was that like if he didn't want to finish a game, he didn't have to finish the game, but it could take up to 1,600 hours. And so he starts to get to work. At a certain point, he starts playing, oh, what was it? I think it was Persona 5, or it might have been Persona 4. And then suddenly it's 2 months later, you know. But like up until that point, like he'd been going through each and every month saying like, all right, so I played this and I played this, and this is the progress I got here, or this game wasn't catching me. But then like he starts playing one of the Persona games, and then suddenly it's 2 months later and he's like, oh shit. Hey, what's up, Goosey? Did you scratch up the disc? I'm kidding, don't do that. Don't do that. That'd be fucked up, actually. How are you feeling, Goosey? Goosey, did you move yet? I meant to ask that last time. I meant to ask you last time if you moved out yet. Because I know that you kind of have to. Man, I used to take, so I back in the day when I was a kid, I had a PlayStation, and the original PlayStation, and I like all of my games from that era, all the disc-based games, they're immaculate. I wouldn't even let people like really handle them, right? So like the cases and everything, they look fantastic. Unfortunately, they don't grade open games, so I don't even understand why there's a grading service in general if they don't grade games that have been opened. I thought that was the entire point of grading something, to evaluate it, but I guess not. You know what? Grading's a sham. Or not a sham, it's a scam. So, not yet. But Goosey, it's kind of affecting your health, you know? Like, it's kind of negatively affecting your health. Have you been able to, like, move to a different part of the building, at least? So that you don't have to, like, you know, still deal with what got you sick in the first place? Oh, God. Like, real talk, some people, like, they just have no respect for these things. My friend... quotes, I lent him Final Fantasy IX for the PlayStation, and like he was going away to go to boot camp for the Marines, so I kept like asking, like, can I get the thing back? Can I get it back? And he finally gives it back to me like maybe a day or two before he heads out. Both of the manuals are missing. The box is scratched to shit. Now I need to say that he's got like four younger siblings. Box is scratched to shit. The books are fucking missing. The discs are scratched, like a lot. They work up until disc 4, which is a wonderful place for a disc to stop working. In the middle of a conversation with like Sid, a story relevant conversation that you can't skip, the disc just stops working and he stops talking. I couldn't finish that game. I never got to finish it. That's right. I fucking still remember, Edgar. You son of a bit. Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not holding a grudge over this, okay? But I still fucking, like, don't ask me to borrow anything. Alright, Edgar? Doesn't watch this shit. Or if he does, I'd be actually fucking surprised. I'd be fucking surprised. No one... No, well, that's not true. There's only a few people who know me personally who know that I do this, right? Like, you guys know Toast and John, Neurotic Weasel. They know me personally. And they're like some of the few people that know me personally that know that I do this streaming, not the Leathercraft. Otherwise, you know, secret shame. It's like having OnlyFans, but I show you my asshole less. Even if that's the case, right? Like, even if I could fix the disc, like, both of the manuals that were in the box are gone. Like, you know, like, and the box itself is just fucking, like, ruined. Not ruined, but it's just like, like, I used to keep shit immaculately, you know what I mean? And, like, when he gave it to me back like that, I was like, where is, you know, like, he didn't have answers, you know? It was just like, so, yeah, this is the reason why, for like the longest time, people would ask me to borrow things, and I'd be like, no, because of shit like that happening, and I didn't want that shit to happen to my stuff. You had people sell your games? What do you mean, like they took them? Was it like your folks were just like, he doesn't play this anymore, and they just like pop that shit into like eBay or local GameStop? But yeah, for the longest time, I didn't want to lend people stuff because shit like this would happen. And so, like, this was when I was just, like, trying to relax on that policy, and then it fucking happens immediately. I have somebody who never returned a game to me. Chris has my copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. I doubt he kept it, you know? He probably, like, if anything, maybe, like, sold it off at some point. It's not like I talk to this person anymore, but, like, it would be nice to have my fucking shit back. But again, this is the kind of reason as to why I don't lend shit out, or didn't want to lend shit out, because shit like that would happen. And it's just like, you guys are just proving me fucking right. Anyway. Now people, you know, like, I think we're in a time in society where people don't really have to ask to borrow things unless it's like way out of their price range. Like, hey, can I borrow your car? And it's like, to that I would fucking say no. It's my fucking car. Not that I have a car, but I wouldn't just lend that my fucking car. What are you gonna do? Knock over a bank with it? Wait, you'd borrow them and then you'd ask about it if... Oh, you'd lend them out and then they just got rid of it? See? Like, that's the shit. That is just like, this is why I don't want to lend my stuff out to anybody. Because this happens. That's fucking rude as hell. I wouldn't fucking talk to those people anymore. You know? Like, I don't even know if I would consider that person a friend, because it's just like, excuse me. Okay, so if you got rid of it, then that means that you owe me full retail price, because I'm getting another copy of that, one way or the other. Oh, did you? Listen, I real talk. I don't blame you. You know, unfortunately for me, none of these people fucking had cars. I'm gonna keep that one in the back pocket just in case I ever need to use that shit. Fucking rude as shit, man. Why do we know such fucking rude people? God damn it. You know, I think that's why some of us come into... Reaper. You remembered. God damn it. Reminds me now. Because I think that's why some of us come to the internet to, like, find people that are, like, not twats. You know what I mean? Thank you, by the way, Reaper. I actually had forgotten for quite a while. But yeah, like, you know, like, if you're locked into only being able to make friends in, like, your local area, and everyone in your local area is just like a disrespectful fucking idiot, you know, it's like, great. Same thing goes for partners. You know, if you could only, like, meet a romantic partner in your local area where everyone's just sort of a shitbird, you end up marrying a shitbird. No, Hunter, thank you for being here. Listen, if it wasn't for you guys being here, right, it'd be the most boring shit. You guys hear what I fucking end up rambling into when there's no one talking with me. It's just like, holy shit. My God, these are things that come out of his brain. Sure. You know? Like the weirdest things. It's just like, did you take your meds today? I don't have to take meds legally. No, if you have to take meds though, please do so. Don't ignore that. I don't have meds assigned to me, thankfully. I was taking them for a while for anxiety, but like they just made me sleepy. It wasn't really actually like helping, you know what I mean? But if you guys need to take meds, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Remember, your mental, you know, like anything that you have going on mentally, it's not your fault, right? You know, it's not your fault. We're the product of our environments and our experiences and everything. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to take care of these things. And I had not realized just how like grainy this side was. When I say grainy, I mean like loose grain, right? There's like a lot of like the leather kind of creasing, you know? It's actually called loose grain creasing. I have a pair of boots that they were pretty expensive. They're made in America by Wolverine under their 1,000-mile heritage, blah blah blah. And fucking what was it? The way that they did their clicking is industry term for cutting the leather pieces so that they could be used to produce the item. It was known to be very suspect. They were making their boots out of Horween Chrome XL, which is a very celebrated leather in the industry. I think it's a pretty good leather. But they were using every inch of the hide, which there's nothing wrong with it, but they weren't being judicious as to like where they put those parts, right? So like when you get closer to the limbs of an animal, you'll see more loose grain creasing because that's just where the most movement happened with the animal, right? If you look at your hands, you'll notice that there's creasing, right? And the same is true for animal hides, right? That'll always sort of be there, just like they're creasing due to their movements, right? That'll always be there. So it's usually most prevalent near the limbs, right? The arms, or the legs, I should say, as well as the belly, because that's a point of the most flexion, right? But it doesn't mean that the rest of it's like perfect, you know, like the back can still be covered in like bug bites and everything, or scars from like, you know, all sorts of things. I think I've shown you guys my wallet. It's got the cattle brand from, you know, when the cattle was branded. Actually, I can show you right now, even. I put it on there upside down, but when I noticed it on the piece of leather that I purchased, I was like, oh, that's fucking baller. That's actually amazing. So I made a point of using that piece specifically for this wallet that I use. It's upside down though. This is how the wallet is supposed to be handled, but whatever. My girlfriend likes to point out that it's our initials, F and C. Her name's Fiona, my name's Carlos. So that's cute, which also means if we break up, I have to destroy that wallet. I'm kidding. Are you a dolphin? Like, did you have flippers? Are you a dolphin, dude? Oh, but yeah, so what Wolverine does is they don't like, they're not very judicious with which part get used for what, right? So for the toe box on one of my boots from them, they clearly used like a belly or something close to a limb because it's got such deep creasing, and that only became apparent after I had been wearing them for months and couldn't return it. Loose grain creasing is like it's easy to hide early on, especially if like, you know, you sand down the surface and everything. And Chrome XL is it's a refinished leather, I believe. Actually, I should double check that. I know that they're well, the other one is refinished. The one that I wanted to get, the London Bus Red. I think that's Cavalier. Horween Cavalier. Yes, the company's name is Horween. I know it's a funny name. I'm sure they're aware of it too, and they're like, fuck, well, listen, we can't change it. It's the name of the founder, blah, blah, blah. Real talk, though, goddamn, that dude must have bullied his entire fucking life. Holy shit. Like, I don't mean to talk shit. I'm just, you know, like, real talk, real talk. I'm sorry, brother. That's an unfortunate name. That's all I can say. Some people got unfortunate names. My art teacher in high school was the first to point out how bad they felt for students that they had that had rhyming names. Like, he had this one student whose name was Maria Belia, and it's just like, oh no. Like, as he kept rolling them off, it was just like, Jesus Christ. You know, like, once you hear them, it's just like, ah, oh, you poor bastard. That's a great unfortunateness. I might run out of thread. Uh-oh. Should have made this longer. Mitch the bitch? No, I mean like act like the first name and the last name rhyme, right? It's like Maria Belia or God, I can't even think of any of the other ones. I just remember feeling so bad for that one person. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? Mitch, so the bitch, I mean, that's a nickname. That's something you earn. I'm sorry. Mitch the bitch earned that nickname. Right? That's their fault. That's not anyone else's fault. Let's see. Rhyming names though, my god. You know, like that's a choice though, right? Like your parents, not your parents specifically, but like those people's parents made that choice. There's this like early episode of The Simpsons where you know, like they're trying to figure out what to name Bart, and Homer's like vetoing Marge over a lot of her suggestions simply because he doesn't want his kid to get bullied, right? And he's just like, no, they'll bully him if you name him that, you know. And it's just like everything was basically like he would turn it into a rhyming chant, you know. But he had nothing for Bart, which I do. I have something for Bart. Bart fart. And it's just that rhymes. How did that not come to his thought? He farts all the time. Homer, not Bart. I don't know if Bart farts. Bart probably farts. It's a cartoon character. What's wrong with me? I'm sure that's somebody's fetish too. If the internet has taught me anything, is that that's somebody's fetish. Is that a biological action of a fictional character? That's somebody's fetish. I hate it. I hate the internet sometimes. I've met wonderful people on the internet, and yet sometimes it's just like, man, are we talking about farting? Cool. Oh god, it's almost 8. Alright, so I'm gonna finish this off. I'm not gonna put the button in, because I'd have to hammer for that, and it's after 8. I don't want to hammer after 8. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want my neighbors to you know, have to deal with that realistically. It's not about them complaining. I just don't want them to have to deal with it. They deserve peace. We'll probably raid out after this though. Glad though I finally got to finish this. And my order for the other leathers that are coming has been fulfilled, so I have a tracking number. I don't know if it's been updated yet. I think it's getting dropped off by... What was it last time? Shit. I also ordered a bunch of conchos, which are like those screwback buttons, the really big ones, because this wallet that I want to make for my mother, I want to like put like a really big decorative skull concho, because she likes skulls. She's an edgy lady. All right, so that's the plan. I have like all these like sketches of it too, and like how it would sit, and I have to figure out just that exterior panel. Everything else is pretty much assembled, glued together, and or stitched together where applicable. Edges finished where applicable, and I just have to assemble it. once that leather gets here. I have 2 square feet of the purple I'm gonna use for that. I think I only need 1, but I bought 2 just in case. I really hope she likes it. It's like this leather, but like a deep violet. Same company, same type of leather. Badalassi Carlo, pull up in violet. And the red, which I purchased solely for myself, solely for a portfolio holder. I even like did measurements and I was like, do I need to get a full hide, or can I get away with half? Figure it out. Find out when we get there. I think it'll be fine. I basically just need the exterior, which has to fold over, and then like some strap material, which I think should be enough on there. Or there should be enough on there. Woo. Worst comes to worst, I guess I could just buy more, right? I just don't want to, if that makes sense. Because this Italian-made leather is actually kind of pricey. It doesn't cost nearly as much as like the hours that I have to put into it, but it's pricey. I'll just say that right now. Like, I don't know if any of it even makes it into the store for the time being, simply because, like, you know, for me to put the money out to purchase more, to produce products out of it, it's a lot. But oh man, the product is so nice. Can you guys see this? It's so nice. Oh, fucking hell. You know, I didn't even finish my fucking thought. Six Sigma. I was talking with Six Sigma the other day, and it reminded me that I really need to finish the keychains. I've been meaning to make like lanyard keychains, or belt loop keychains, to have like, you know, some smaller items in the store that I can like, you know, have in there, just so that people can like buy something that's much smaller that you know, like, will last them a lifetime, essentially, and support this fucking mess. And I think I have an idea as to how to fix the one. Like, there was one that I made that was like, this is the design, but I hate this right here, and I don't think that'll age well, and I think I figured out how to fix it. And I feel dumb for not having thought of it sooner. You know, but I feel dumb about a lot of things. Right. Part of me regrets not going to grad school. I can always go, but probably should have went earlier. You know, part of me regrets, let's see, staying in architecture was probably a big mistake, all things considered. Should have went back to programming, actually. It's fun, well, I don't know if programming's good anymore, because like they could outsource that so easily now, you know what I mean? There are so many people that can like work round the clock overseas to do programming, because programming's just like, it's just logic, right? I was initially studying programming in high school, so I thought like, oh, that's the job. And then one of my teachers kind of talked me out of it, because he was like, well, listen, you're going to be a programmer. Basically, your job is you sit at a desk and you code for 12 hours, or no, 8 hours a day. And if that doesn't sound good to you, you're probably not going to enjoy being a programmer. And I was like, oh God, that doesn't sound good to me at all. And I went into architecture eventually, and architecture is just same desk, but 9 to 12 hours. So I traded down, clearly. I'm gonna go another 2 down this thing, because there's a pocket here and I want to like not hinge too much force on this pocket, if that makes any sense. And so in order to like not put too much force on the corner of the pocket, I'm gonna take the stitching down another hole so that it gets more distributed between this hole and the other hole. At least that's my theory. Ooh. snug. It's getting snug in here. Oh, that went through the thread, that's why. Whoops, that was a mistake. Okay. Alright. God, I really like this leather. It's so nice. So I know that we're not going to finish the edges here. We're not going to do the edges today. Let me take this through another hole though. We're not going to do the edges today. I'm going to do them on my own time actually. Just because it's like, it's just sanding and I don't want to do that near the computer. I don't want that. It's just more stuff that I have to like, or it's an earlier cleaning cycle inside the device, you know, inside the PC. Go in there. Come on. They're getting tight. That's what she said. So yeah, I'm gonna do the dremeling tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Ooh. All right. We'll do the dremeling tomorrow, or I'll do the dremeling tomorrow. You guys will see it. I'm sorry. I'll post on social media what the final result looks like. It's gonna look immaculate because I pride myself on this ability to make leather goods that just look incredibly luxurious. Like I love doing like these finished edges. I want everything to look beautiful. And I don't know where I got to that point. I think it's just like liking the craft so much that I just want everything to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist, you know? I have a problem. The OCD does not help. The clinical diagnosis for OCD does not help. Well, that's it though. That's the passport holder, you know? We gotta put a button here, right? I'll do that on my own time because I have to hammer that in, and I'm not gonna hammer now because it's too late, and I don't want to, like, you know, the neighbors, they have kids, they have like young baby kids. Okay? I'm not gonna do that to them. I don't want them to. I don't want to wake up the kids. Show off the pockets. And make sure that this works off camera before I show it off on camera and accidentally, I don't want to dox myself, you know? There we go. Good old passport holder. Yep. Got 2 credit card pockets here. You can stuff more than one in each pocket. You have your additional pocket here for other documents. You can still put more pockets here. And it closes with a button snap. A snap button. We use a glove button for this one simply because I like that it's a much smaller button that requires less force to open. It's really just to keep the entire thing held shut. Because one of the things that I don't like about some things is just like, it doesn't close. Like, why doesn't it close? So like, oh, it'll just stay closed if you keep it closed. It's just like, but yeah, but like, I'd like it to close, you know, and like keep itself closed, you know? Like, I like this sort of thing, like just having a button. At one point, during the design of these, I wanted to have a, what's it called? Buckles. I wanted to use buckles. And then ultimately I realized, no, that's stupid. It's too much metal. And the problem with that is that, like, when you use too much metal, you run the risk of it being an issue at the metal detectors at the airport. But yeah, finished. We can call that finished. It's finished for the VOD. I will do the edges on my own time. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me, listening to me ramble, and you know, like that song by Green Day. Do you have the time to listen to me while